Start the recording here. We can choose a rare card. Silent rare cards are great. Oh, is it low ascension? Yeah, sorry. I have to abandon this run, I think. Okay. Let's see. Can you can I can do the trick here because it's not fair that we don't get the thing. We were supposed to get the thing. We just had to abandon because we're on low ascension for no reason. Does this not work anymore? Do you have to abandon it or something? Maybe you have to abandon it. Is there no way to reset it? There used to be a way. I think there used to be a way, but it was like before you, before they reworked it, so that you had to reach the first boss. Okay, yeah, I guess we're doing these bonuses. This is actually fine with Silent, because enemies in your first combat have 1 HP is really valuable. We can actually get a Mega Elite snipe with it, too. Actually, if we go up this way, we can get 2 Elites. Which is pretty crazy. Okay, we're definitely doing that. That's fun. If any of these are fights, then we go left and hope for 1. If none of them are fights, we can go snipe the Mega Elite. Are you talking about Hemokinesis? Kinda hate choke. I think we just skip. Depend on Nia's blessing to save us. Alright, this is not a fight. Going super low on damage. There is a shop here. So I think I will take it. Okay, none of these are fights. So we are getting at least 1 snipe. I think we're committed to going to the shop now, though. So I'll take the 50 gold. I wish I knew... this is twice in a row when I've gotten the Snake and Golden Shrine events in a row. And you obviously want the Golden Shrine one instead, because it gives you more gold, but... what can you do? Okay, this one is a fight, so we're only getting 1 snipe. That's fine. You don't like Curse for 150? Wait, there is no Curse for 150. There's Curse for 250. Curse for 250 is quite a bit better than 150. I guess I'll take Flying Knee over Deadly Poison because of Gremlin Knob. In this fight. I'm not worried about this fight. We smith up the neutralize for sure. And we'll get a free Gremlin Knob. Look at that. Anchor's nice. Storm of Steel, you can build some cool stuff around that, kinda. But I think all-out attack is probably more consistent here. We need like a damage card that's actually good against... well, I guess we just fought Gremlin Knob. We can fight him again here. Oh, the event curse, sure. Yeah, I thought he was talking about the Niao. Yeah, it is 150 for doubt. I think it's worth it if you can remove it, though. It's pure positive gold. Did I take a card remove event and not remove the doubt? Or did they come in the different... maybe they came in the wrong order for that. Okay, I think we're taking all out attack. And then probably just upgrading it immediately. 14 AoE seems really nice. Flying Knee does have a really high played rate. You pretty much play Flying Knee every time you see it. But I think all-out attack is so good against sentries that it's important to upgrade. This choice doesn't matter. Shuriken. Okay, well we got a plan now. Puts player behind on strike removes, which is big for Silent Defect, and also makes the strike removes more expensive in the future. I think that it's really easy to focus too much on removing strikes. For example, I have Shuriken, so I kind of don't want to remove strikes at all. Strikes are kind of the core of the deck early on, and like, yes, they're not as good as like Act 3 cards, but mostly you deal with that with like drawing cards that you don't have to play your strikes, and like discarding things, retaining good cards. You very rarely like remove all your strikes. Like it can happen, but like you need a lot of support from events to do that. I think card removes are not a resource that you want to be spending on strikes. It's like strike is the best target if you don't have anything else to do with it, but you don't need it. So we have Shuriken. So Dagger Throw, Slice are both seem really good. We're way behind on picking up damage cards too. We've just got 2. So I definitely wouldn't feel bad picking up both of those. Frozen Eye is pretty appealing, but that's going to make this a really long run because every fight's going to be a big thinker. Yeah, you basically shouldn't remove strikes in Act 1 unless you like get a free card remove. Most heart-killing decks aren't about like density. You're not going to kill the heart generally with like a 10-card deck. It can happen for sure, and you're generally not going to be able to pull off like an unceasing top or anything that requires like every card in the deck to be good, because like if you try and kill the heart like that, he's going to put wounds in your deck, and you have to have medical kit, right? And you've just opened yourself up to like a really strong counterplay that the heart always has. I think relying on a really high density deck is a mistake. Art of War is also pretty good. Art of War and Shuriken kind of fight though. If we buy Frozen Eye, we can't buy both Dagger Throw and Slice. I would really like Slice because it's really difficult to trigger Shuriken in Act 1 and still block. It's not crazy to get an accuracy if you have Shuriken, but I don't want to get it before I get any other Shiv cards, so I'm not suggesting I do that now. Let me just make sure I'm doing this math right. Actually, no, I can buy Frozen Eye on both of these. These cost 120. Oh wait, no, they cost 110. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right, let's fight another elite. We definitely want to wake him up with 3 strikes. We get 3 strikes right now. We also get to just plan the whole fight, so strap in, let's do that. So if we wake him up now, what's our next turn? Well, we want to get 3 strikes. So we'd probably want to play these, but then we're taking 20. So maybe we want to wake him up next turn, because this way we do 3 strikes and we get 4 energy next turn. We do get a shuffle for this card, and we get a cheap neutralize, so we have a good chance of proccing Shuriken and blocking. And Dagger Throw digs us into the deck a little bit. Okay, that seems reasonable. So we're just passing this turn. It seems wrong to pass with so much damage, but I think it's correct because of how next turn works. Okay, here's the wake up. And a Shuriken proc. Okay, is the next card good? Next card is Slice. So we can Dagger Throw, Slice, Neutralize, Double Defend, and take 5. Proc Shuriken again. Seems great. And then the turn after that is Defend, Defend, Flying Knee, maybe? We're kind of depending on this last card after the shuffle being an attack. But this is the non-attack turn anyway. So it doesn't really matter. We don't need any block this turn, which is unfortunate. We're guaranteed to get Survivor during the non-attack turn. Okay. I know I just looked at this, but I want to look at it again. We could just triple strike and take 3 here, or take 15. 3 times 5. Kind of depends on if we think we are ahead or not. If we take 15, we probably have to rest here. I guess we're still at 32. If we're planning on winning the fight after taking this 15, then I think that's a great plan. We have like a... We need to draw an attack here to get a strength proc. We have 4, 5, 6, 7... Or wait. These ones don't count, so one of the strikes doesn't count. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 12 cards. Pretty likely. Energy Potion this turn is actually a great idea. Because then we just block for 10. And a potion that blocks for 10 has done its job. So yes, I think that's an excellent idea. Thank you for staying for that. We also get 4 energy next turn, which is a bit of a bummer because he's not attacking next turn, so we only really ever want to spend 3. But we need Flying Knee to get the Shuriken proc. Okay, we did get a strike. Yeah, I know, that was really confusing math. Figuring out shuffles and... okay, so next turn, are we killing him? This turn's pretty much solved. We're just going to strike all out attack. So I guess there's no point in thinking about it right now. Okay. So can we do 20 damage? Yes, we can. Peace Pipe. Well, maybe this is one of those decks where we have very few cards. Pretty interesting. Most silent decks do not end up strength scaling, but here we are with sort of 2 strength scaling options. Blade Dance basically gives us an extra strength. Generally don't like taking Blade Dance anyway. And then Riddle with Holes is one of the very few silent strength payoff cards. Riddle with Holes is basically just like a shitty Heavy Blade. And usually Silent hates Heavy Blade, but I think this deck kind of likes Heavy Blade. It's a little bit too expensive though. Let's see, who's the boss? This Slime Boss. So the ideal Slime Boss break, if we pick Riddle with Holes, is like get... I think it's possible to get 3 strength and then Riddle with Holes and do 30 damage with that. I did take Slice. Yeah, it's possible to get to Riddle with Holes and get strength on that turn with the Slice or Neutralize. But Blade Dance makes it so easy to get strength. Yeah, I want to be a little bit cautious about the Peace Pipe assumptions, right? Because it's probably I'm going to need to spend a lot of rest sites, like getting the recall and like resting and upgrading you know, Survivor or something, right? Like, you have to have quite a bit of stuff figured out for removing a card to be the best option. But I think Riddle with Holes is pretty good here. It's an uncommon. You don't generally get another shot at it. And we're a strength scaling deck, so this is our payoff card. Speaking of upgrading, what is the upgrade for Riddle with Holes? I had never picked this card. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, well, I guess it is 5 extra damage. Maybe this is a card remove? Yeah, we're just getting either extra damage or extra block. A lot of magic is definitely possible. How many... So, there's an interesting possibility with Toke and Frozen Eye, that, like, how many cards do we want to have in our first shuffle? Because, like, okay, currently, we draw 7 cards the first time, and then we end up drawing exactly 2 more hands, so we know exactly what they are. Hey, Terrence, how's it going? You'd like this run. We've got a Frozen Eye. So currently we're getting exactly 3 draws in the first shuffle, which is kind of good because we can exactly predict what those 3 turns are going to be, but it's also kind of bad because I think I would like to be able to partially predict the last turn, right? I would like to know what the top like 3 cards are of one of the turns, because then we like sort of know what our plan is for that turn, and then we definitely can use that turn to plan for future turns. Yeah. Okay, we also need to care about the attack density of the deck. So the attack density is we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks. 10 attacks in a 17 card deck is definitely high enough. Yeah, definitely the only reason we picked Riddle with Holes is because we have Shuriken. Riddle with Holes is, we're just like closing our eyes and pretending it's a heavy blade, basically. So I think I feel pretty good about removing a strike. Reduces the attack density of the deck a little bit, which is actually kind of a good thing. We're usually going to be able to proc Shuriken. We do need to find like a backflip or something to support like more slices. Maybe like a Snecko Eye or something. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I think right now removing a strike feels pretty reasonable. All right, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Gremlin Nub. I guess we should plan our turns before we dagger throw. We can get a defend here and get it out of the way. Seems like a strictly good thing. Next turn is probably going to be Flying Knee, strike all out attack. But I think we want to strength up before we Riddle with Holes. So we're actually going to hold the dagger throw back and strike instead. We don't know exactly what this turn's going to be. Oh wait, we can't just not play a strike. We've got too much energy. Okay, so then what is next turn going to be? Like Flying Knee Riddle with Holes? Doesn't feel good. So he's at 80. We are doing either 6 or 16 damage this turn, depending on if we choose to dagger throw him. If we do 16 damage, then he is at 64. But that's with dagger throw, so we would be up to 1 strength. And then we would do, like, max damage next turn is all out attack and Riddle with Holes. So you'd go from 64 to 49, and then 20 damage from the Riddle with Holes brings you to do 29. And we'd take 8. Probably wouldn't be able to get lethal with this turn. Unless that turn is, like, specifically Riddle with Holes and Slice are the extra 2 cards. all out attack plus riddle with holes also misses a strength proc. Okay, so the other line is we strike now. He goes to 74, and then we flying knee, all out attack, strike. Or flying knee, strike, all out attack, so we don't miss the strike. And then we have 4 energy for this turn, so we can draw a strike and still strength proc. And we do 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 15 is 31 damage. So he goes from 74 to 43. And then the turn after that, we do 5 times 5. So he goes from 43 to, was it 17? Yeah, 17, and then even if we draw slice, we can't do 17 damage. Strike slice is short. Even double strike is short because it would do 16 instead of 17, which is kind of brutal. Okay, so did we figure out the max damage for if we do dagger throw strike? So that's 16 damage this turn, so he goes to 64, and then we're doing 15 plus 20, so we're doing 35. Oh wait, yeah, it is 15 plus 20. So we're doing 35 from 64 is 29, and then is it possible to kill this turn? So we draw 2 cards, and the max damage is probably riddle with holes slice, so that is lethal. We don't have flying knees, so it can't be strike riddle with holes, because we couldn't afford 2 strikes and a riddle with holes, unless we want to sacrifice 6 damage to flying knee instead of all attack. But then if you're sacrificing 6 damage to develop a strike later, you're only getting a tiny marginal benefit of the strength that you have. Okay, so I think dagger throw is the correct line. Get more damage now, get a possible out at lethal on the big attack turn. Lots of thinking. Okay, we knew exactly this was happening. There's nothing new to think about here. Oh, I guess he's weak, so he's only attacking for 6. That's nice. Alright, the math works. He's at 29. Okay, so dagger throw can find defend. That's not very good. Okay, so this turn we're definitely doing neutralize. There's no reason to not do that. And then we have 17 more damage, leaving him at 7. And we're definitely getting 7 damage next turn, so we have guaranteed lethal. So we should probably Survivor. Is there any reason to not play Strike, for example? We could Survivor Defend with the dagger throw, leaving him at 14. We have 1 strength, so we would draw the flying knee though, so we'd get this damage, which is enough to kill him from 14. And let's see, does defend block for more than 0 here? Yeah. Okay. All right. Second dagger throw. Deflect helps us block while we proc Shuriken, which is nice. It's very nice if we get Kunai also, but that's kind of living in a dream world. Crippling Cloud is neat too, but it's not really how we're planning on killing people. We do have Slime Boss specifically, so Crippling Cloud does help us survive when there's lots of slimes. And we don't have a great way to break Slime Boss. We're not like catalysting him or anything. So we're probably going to break him at like 60 or thereabouts. I think second dagger throw is pretty good. We have Frozen Eye, so like dagger throw is pretty exploitative of that. It's also an attack, so we can trigger Shuriken, get a little bit extra damage, and break slime potentially an attack cycle sooner, which could save our life. Also, I want to point out, Distilled Chaos is absolutely nuts with Frozen Eye, so that's a really nice reward. Oh, we got that Riddle with Holes upgrade. Great. Okay. All out attack is great here. What does Dagger Throw draw? A defend. Riddle with Holes says 20 plus 14 is exact lethal. Okay, I'll take it. Don't have to think about that fight. Dagger Spray is pretty nice. It strength scales. It's also an attack. It also is it would be our second AoE card, which is fine. I wish that I could pick something defensive. We're kind of depending on Neutralize showing up at the right time to block for the first cycle, because I don't think we're going to break him super quick. Although it is certainly possible if we get like max damage and Riddle with Holes at the perfect time or something. I think Dagger Spray is pretty reasonable. If we're assuming we're not going to... Yeah, this is definitely Green Ironclad. This is a really weird one. Okay. So if we don't rest, then we have to block for a lot during the first cycle. And we have to get pretty lucky with how the big slimes decide to attack us to survive the fight. And we don't have any upgrades that are like amazing. It's not like Dagger Throw draws 2 cards or something when you upgrade it. So I think the correct answer here is to rest. We do have Distilled Chaos, so our break might actually be pretty reasonable. If we can line it up, put him at 76, get a like 4 strength Riddle with Holes on the second go round, it's not impossible that we break him at like 10 with like Distilled Chaos, but let's not count on that. Alright, I'd like to see it looks like 2 strength on the first turn, possibly? No. That would have to be something that isn't even in the deck for that to happen. We would need another slice. Okay, so we just want max damage here. We don't have any strength scaling attacks in this hand, so it doesn't really matter order or anything. Do we want to play Dagger Throw? The classic Frozen Eye question. Okay, so we have to figure out what we're doing for the next 2 turns, because maybe we want Dagger Throw, Riddle with Holes to be how we break him. So we're pretty much always playing Neutralize and Slice. I guess I don't want to make any assumptions, because it's possible we want to leave him at exactly 76 somehow. So let's just math it out all completely here. Okay, so the most damage we can do this turn is Strike, All Out Attack, or Dagger Throw, Strike, All Out Attack, Slice, Neutralize. Okay, and that is 9 plus 14 is 23, plus 4 is 27, plus 5 is 32, plus 6 is 38, plus 2 of them will have strength, so 40 damage. So that will leave him at 110. And then the next turn, the max damage would be, I guess, Strike plus Flying Knee Dagger Spray. Oh, I'm sorry, next turn we would draw Riddle with Holes if we play Dagger Throw now. So the max damage would be Dagger Spray, Riddle with Holes, with 1 strength. So Dagger Spray would do 10. I guess Dagger Spray does the same as Strike with 1 strength. That's kind of weird. Dagger Spray would do 10, Riddle with Holes would do 25. So we'd be doing 35, which would put him at exactly 75, and is the worst possible outcome. Okay, so we probably don't want to do that. Okay, so let's figure out how we don't dagger. If we don't dagger throw this turn, then we can set up for Riddle with Holes on the attack turn. If we don't dagger throw this turn, then our damage is 14 plus 4 is 18, plus 5 is 23, plus 6 is 29. And then plus 1 from one of the things, so we're doing 30 damage, leaving him at 120, which makes sense because dagger throw should do exactly 10 damage. Oh, Frozen Eye, why do you do this to me? And then next turn is Strike, Dagger Spray, Flying Knee, in order of descending damage, which does 29 damage. Okay, so he was at 120, doing 29 damage, leaves him at 91. And then we would get to Riddle with Holes with 2 strength, so we would do 30 damage, and so we'd do 42 damage, so he would go from 91 to 48, or 49. Yeah, right. Yeah, breaking at 49 seems bad. Okay, so if we like skip an attack this turn, if we skip neutralize, we're skipping 5 damage, and then rather than putting him at 75, we put him at 80. If we dagger throw this turn and Riddle with Holes next turn, then can we block his big attack? So he attacks for 38. You know, it's kind of neat. If we dagger throw this turn, and then we dagger throw on the attack turn, we get a shuffle, and we get to see if maybe Distilled Chaos blocks for a ton. Although I think in that hypothetical, dagger throw actually breaks him. So maybe we try and leave enough room that dagger throw doesn't break him. Maybe we just skip Riddle of Holes completely and take a strength this turn. Okay, so what does that look like? It's hard to imagine a world where Distilled Chaos is not going to break him in that world. But I guess if we only play 3 attacks this turn, maybe we could end up there. Okay, so the minimum damage this turn is Neutralize, Strike, Slice, which is 15 damage. Although, oh wait, we have to do Dagger Throw if we want that plan. So it's Neutralize, Slice, Dagger Throw. So that's 18 damage. We can definitely avoid breaking him if we're doing 18 damage on the first turn. But maybe that's not a good idea. Seems like a very low amount of damage. The problem is we can't see into the second shuffle, so we don't know when Riddle with Holes is going to come back. So it's really hard to figure out like how much damage is the perfect amount if we want to do sorry, I'm lagging. If we want to Riddle with Holes before the second attack turn. Okay, so maybe the perfect amount is this dagger throw that causes the shuffle, leaves him at 76, and then we can choose to Distilled Chaos if it doesn't break him, or if it does break him. Or we can choose Triple Defend. Triple Defend is not very exciting. We do just like straight up survive the big attack if we just want to face tank it. Since we rested. There's a lot of lines and options and stuff. And I don't know what to think. I think my favorite line so far is the Riddle with Holes to break him before the first attack cycle. We end up with a lot of health versus the big slimes, and we break them at a decent... we break them at like, what was it, like 58 or something, 59? I think that's about as good as we can expect with this deck. So I think I'm going to go for that, which means no dagger throw this turn, and then these 3 attacks next turn. Also, what an exhausting way to play Stealthy Spire. I kind of hate it. Alright, so we do 30 plus 11. So we put him down to 80 and then do 30 damage to put him at exactly 50. It seems better than taking 38 damage. I'll go ahead and dagger throw and get a nice clean shuffle. Alright. It's a whole new fight with just garbage this turn. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're getting these cards next turn. We're definitely playing Defend and Strike, although I don't know who I'm striking yet. They break at 25, or yeah, 25. All-out attack is already doing 15, or 16 rather. So ideally we put somebody to like 26 and then kill them. We're most afraid of the frail effect, so if we can outright kill one of the big slimes, then it's probably Spike Slime. So if we do 8 damage to him, he's at 42, and then if we do max damage to him next turn, we do 11 plus 16 is 36, or 37. Wait, no it's not, it's 27. Plus 8 is 35. So 35 plus 8 is 43, so we would break them at 7. And then the turn after that we would have no AoE whatsoever. So that's maybe not great. We wouldn't be able to kill a single one of them. So we also don't know if they are attacking next turn, or what the attack situation is next turn. So I guess we'll strike the the Spike Slime and defend, exhaust the slime obviously, and then see what the attack situation is. Alright, it is Spike Slime attacking, so we probably want to break him. We can only block for 3, and I don't want to take 15. We could actually Distilled Chaos. I guess it doesn't block for very much because of the frail. So it's probably a bad idea. I think we want to, let's see, so if we pile damage in, we do 19, 35 as discussed, and break him at 7. 7 is nice because we can dagger spray him eventually. So if next turn we drink the Distilled Chaos, then Dagger Throw draws us Dagger Spray, and we can discard something random. So we can kill the little slimes next turn. Although it's also possible that we hit little slimes with like Flying Knee and Dagger Throw, and we don't actually need to. Because Distilled Chaos is kind of chaotic. If we Distilled Chaos now, we get the same options, but we get to do them ourselves. But then we only block for like 6 plus 6, so we block for 12. I guess we block for a total of 15 and take 3. Yeah, Chaos Potion is pretty nuts. We could put him at 20. Let's see, how close can we put him to 26? And then we let Dagger Spray break him? That doesn't seem good. Well, I guess we have lots of damage to play around with next turn if we Distill Chaos now. So we can put him to. He's at 42. We can do 16. We're probably going to do 16 to him. So that puts him at 26 already. That seems pretty good. So then we're spending our energy on all-out attack, defend, strike this guy. That does, actually that does too much damage to him, and he would break. We can do 24 damage to him instead. That seems good. Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm tiptoeing around the slimes. Putting them both at 26. Oh, I forgot about the weak. That is kind of a bummer. Okay, so we're drawing Dagger Spray and breaking both, which is good because they're both attacking. And we can get a strength before we Dagger Spray, which is nice. We care more about the frail, so we'll target the spike slime with the majority of the damage. We're going to have 3 strength by the time we Dagger Spray, so this will do 7, which ends up doing 5. So it'll do 10 to both, so they're both at 16. So I can kill him with Neutralize, Slice, Flying Knee, and then Dagger Throw on him to get a better break. Seems pretty reasonable. This better do 10 AoE or else I'm making a huge mistake. Yeah, okay. Alright, fight over. Brain off. Okay. Tools of the Trade is hilarious with Frozen Eye. Grand Finale, it seems like definitely something this deck could accomplish. With Frozen Eye. We're not, like, good at it, because we don't have very much manipulation yet. We would need, like, a well-laid plans to get really good at it. None of these are great. I'm not sure what I would hope for. I think, like, best case scenario would have been, like, After Image, maybe. We need something to block along with all these attacks. We need to pivot towards defending ourselves. We could pick Tools of the Trade and then hope we get Flying Kite. Or Hovering Kite. Yeah, skip is not bad here. It seems hard to skip Unload, though. Unload does a lot, especially since we don't have any Retain right now. Excuse me. It doesn't scale, though. We're not picking Grand Finale. I think we'd skip over Grand Finale. Tools of the Trade is just not a very good card in general, because you have to, like, draw it. And then, you know, even then, it, like, draws and discards. It's great with Hovering Kite, which we could pick up here. We'd be pretty happy to pick Hovering Kite, I think, with all the, what's that card called? Dagger Throws. It does make Frozen Eye, like, even more complicated, which I'm not super excited about. I think I'd rather take, like, a backflip than a Tools of the Trade, though. Just some draw, rather than this sort of setup to draw stuff. Plus, like, setting up is hard, because we've already got a plan that we're trying to set up. We, like, need to play 3 attacks, and this is not an attack. This one is an attack, though. So I think I'll take Unload. I think Unload's better than Skip. But Tools of the Trade maybe isn't. Alright, we did not get Hovering Kite. We could Empty Cage 2 strikes. Yeah, well, we don't have any defenses, basically. Which is a concern. Pick Calling Bell and try to find some. We have Anchor. We could find the holy trinity of Anchor, Horn Cleat, and Captain's Wheel. Just become a pirate. I feel like if you're going to be a pirate, though, you need, like, some shivs. We do have a Liquid Bronze, so we're a little bit ready for Act 2 fights, if they contain birds in particular. Calling Bell has a decent chance of getting us Kunai, which would be absolutely bonkers. You think Fusion Hammer's great? Let me think more about that. We don't, yeah, it's true, we don't really need upgrades on anything. We already have something we want to do at rest sites that's not smithing. Yeah, Fusion Hammer does seem pretty good. I'm always really attracted to Calling Bell because it's the best case scenario for Calling Bell is just always wins you the run. Like it's like, here you get a you can't get both Tori and Tungsten Rod, but you can get Tori or Tungsten Rod and Kunai or like just whatever makes the deck tick. It doesn't actually work that way most of the time. You get like, you know, White Beast Statue and like Oddly Smooth Stone, and you're like, well, that's not what the deck does. And those are good ones. I just can't even think of the bad ones. You got like an Omamori. Yeah, I think they're all better than Skip. I think Fusion Hammer is probably better than Empty Cage. Pushing all 3 relic pools forward? What do you mean by pushing all three relic pools forward? It's confusing. Yeah, we do have a ton of deck manipulation. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, sure. I mean, it actually doesn't really matter if they're statically seated or shuffled every time. The result to the player is the same. They appear to be random. So it's like, okay, so if they're statically seated, then like maybe Kunai is the next one, or maybe Kunai is, you know, 3 away, or maybe Kunai is at the bottom of the list. Like, there's really no way to know. So you should treat it exactly the same as if there's a % chance to get Kunai each time you get an uncommon relic. And I would encourage you not to think about it as pushing the pools forward. I think that's a way to trick yourself. Yeah, there's really good arguments for particularly these two. I think they're both really good. I think I'm going to take Fusion Hammer. We need to be proccing Shuriken pretty much every turn. And in order to do that, we need 4 energy, and this is the only one that gives us 4 energy. We do have Slice, but that's it. Slice and Neutralize. That's not enough, so we're going to pick Fusion Hammer. Plus we got Peace Pipe. The synergy. I had to fight the urge to like open my deck list as soon as I saw the map, because Frozen Eyes got me so trained to be like, all right, what's exactly the next thing? But it doesn't tell you which fight's next, so it's not useful for that. We could go to a shop. We'll probably be able to afford a shop relic by the time we get there. There's not a shop relic that we super need. We're not like hunting for artifact charges or anything. So we don't really, we can just go to a late shop like this one maybe. That one. That's a high elite path right there. Fire elite, shop elite. I like it. This is a little bit scary. That's a lot of Act 2 elites. Act 2 elites are pretty lethal. But we do get like the whole act to charge up for it. After this fire, we kind of get to choose if we want to go the scary route or the safer one. We get a fire before the second elite. Skip the first one. I think I like this side of the map. We can do the 2 easy fights and then a rest, assuming these question marks cooperate. Looks like we're not getting any late question marks where we could get thwacked, so that's good. Yeah, I think I like getting 3 question marks. It's not great, but I would really appreciate Ancient rating, so let's go get it. Okay, there are some dudes, and we know what cards are coming up next. We get to, we can proc Shuriken and then Dagger Spray, which is cool. If we dagger throw, we just draw Ascender's Bane, which is kind of useless. So the real difference is, do we want this hand next turn or this hand? And we probably want the Survivor next turn. So I think we're definitely going to dagger throw. We're already blocked for 10. Neutralize blocks for a little bit more. I think, so it would be cool to have a relic that reveals the combats. I think the main problem with that is it's a relic that's like a whole UI screen that's used for nothing else, just for that relic. And like, I think Slay the Spire could use a couple of relics that have their own UI screen, but it's kind of a bag of worms where it's like, that relic is never the best bang for the buck to make as a developer, because like, it's really expensive to build the whole UI screen just for that one feature. But it is cool. So we probably want to defend this turn. We have 4 energy now, so we're rich. I think we're going to start with the looter, just so that we can get him dead. We're probably killing both here. I guess there's an argument that we should target the mugger then, because he does more damage. So the turn's going to be neutralize, dagger throw, flying knee, unload, defend. Wait, that doesn't include dagger spray. Do we need the extra energy for next turn? Yes, because we want to... Oh wait, we don't need it, no. Because we want to... I guess the extra energy buys us 5 block next turn, which is pretty good. So then maybe we dagger spray instead of unload? That can't be right. No, that isn't right. I guess we skip dagger spray then. Yeah, the mugger both hits and blocks for more, and he only has 5 more health in this case. I think their healths are slightly random, but he usually has more health. If you're only going to be able to kill one, it makes sense to target the looter, so that you at least get the 1 kill. I mean, obviously it's like super situational, so there's no general rule for it. But I do like targeting the mugger when possible, and it seems like it's possible here. Alright, so we're gonna hit him, gonna dagger throw. We don't need double defend this turn. We're just gonna single defend. Then we have to pick 2 of these. The most damage is unload dagger spray. Oh, unload gets rid of our Ascender's Bane. That's kind of unfortunate. Most damage is unload dagger spray. That does 14 plus 10. So it does 24, leaves him at 14. Next turn, we can do 14 pretty easily with just a strike dagger throw. Oh, I guess if we're killing him next turn, then we don't really need extra energy. We can just Survivor. Although if we get extra energy, then we can afford 3 attacks and Survivor. Oh wait, no. If we get extra energy, we can afford 3 attacks and both. And if we're doing 3 attacks, it seems like we can kill him next turn, even if we don't unload. Because the damage difference is only 6 here. So we'd be doing 8 plus 10 is 18, leaving him at 20. Yeah, we can easily do 20. We can actually do 20 perfectly efficiently. So the extra damage from unload matters very little. So the extra energy is more important. Plus we get to exhaust Ascender's Bane. Highly important side quest. I didn't actually think about the implications of playing dagger throw this turn. Kind of means that we can't predict the future at all. We're going to have a sort of perfect 0 information turn, which is kind of bad. But we also get to have a dead mugger, so it seems reasonable. This is definitely lethal. Yeah. Footwork's nice. Dagger Spray Plus is also nice. I think we need defenses. We need defenses pretty badly. Footwork is not an attack, which makes it a little bit hard to play. Maybe we need to pick up another flying knee at some point. Come on, ancient writing. Oh. Do we want to be a vampire? Well, we already removed 2 strikes, so it seems like a little bit of a negative progress to become a vampire here. We already have really high attack density. On the other hand, the high attack density is good for us as a shuriken person. And it means that we get marginal healing per fight, which is really rare for Silent. It's like this event is pretty much the only way to get it. Other than like Blood Vial or like Meat on the Bone. And Blood Vial is like really weak too. Plus Meat on the Bone, like with low max HP, is dangerous. It does balloon the deck up a little bit. And we take damage right now. So we go to 44 and take 10. Or I guess we go to 46 and take 8. It makes future like fruit juices and stuff better. We already are trying to avoid resting because we have Peace Pipe. The question kind of becomes, what do we actually remove with Peace Pipe? Are we removing defense? We don't have enough to feel comfortable doing that. Bites are so good, though. I think I'll take it. Alright. We are already a strength scaling deck, so we don't really need... Yeah, that's true. Getting rid of bites is fine. We don't need this because we already have strength scaling. We can heal it, though. So that's something. Almost every time you're picking eugenic strength at this event, but just for completeness, it seems like it's worth thinking about the other options. Do love them mutagens. So I think Jax is out. We don't have enough card draw to support it. And then transform 2 cards. There's not like a card that we're super looking for. And we would have to be transforming like a defend and a bite, which is like super awkward. So let's eat those tasty, tasty mutagens. You would get rid of Slice? I don't know about that. Slice gives you an extra energy for defending. We don't get to heal at all. So, you know, last time I encountered this event, it healed me to exactly full health, so I thought that it truncated the number if it went above your max, but it clearly doesn't, because it could just say heal for 0 here, but it doesn't. Maybe there's a special case for 0. Card draw would be nice. Leg sweep is also nice. Acrobatics? Talked about another flying knee. That was before the vampire event, though. Heel hook, theoretically. We are a 4 energy deck, so I think leg sweep is pretty... Yeah, I knew that it was a percentage of your max HP. I just I thought that maybe it only showed the actual healing that you would receive, which in this case is 0. Yeah, we're looking for a way to scale defenses, and leg sweep is... I mean, it doesn't scale, but it does a lot. Dodge and roll goes pretty well with the footwork that we picked up. Dodge and roll is also nice because we can, since we get next turn block, we could spend next turn doing lots of attacks. Dodge and roll is also nice because we have Frozen Eye, so being able to plan for next turn stuff is good. Cloak and Daggers is reasonable. I don't think we actually need more like help proccing a Shuriken. We're pretty reliably getting a Shuriken proc every turn. Although you are correct that Cloak and Dagger Plus is way better than regular Cloak and Dagger, and both would be quite good in the deck. Masterful Stab's not crazy. Dagger Throw has been really good. And Flying Knee is obviously good. But I think Leg Sweep is what the deck needs. Card name, card name, card name. Hey, look at that. We got Mutagens and Dagger Spray. We get an extra strength with it, too. Okay, so the way to spend 4 energy this turn is Flying Knee, Dagger Throw, Neutralize, and then Dagger Spray and Footwork. However, if we play Dagger Throw, we draw Riddle with Holes, which we would probably want to play this turn. So maybe instead we Dagger Throw, Neutralize, Dagger Spray, Riddle with Holes. Hey Cthulhu, it's been a while since I've seen you around. I know you're a member of the Discord, but which I will send a link to just because I thought about it, and I always mean to send the links to the Discord more. I should get a bot that can let people get the link to it. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty good to just Riddle with Holes on this turn 1 while we've got the extra strength. Yeah, it's silly though, because I'm a software engineer, so it seems like it should be easy, but I just haven't done it. There's too much stuff I want to do this turn. I want to play Flying Knee, I want to play Footwork, and I want to draw that Riddle with Holes and play it. If I don't draw the Riddle with Holes and play it, next turn I can Riddle with Holes bite all out attack. He's probably attacking next turn though. That's true, Leg Sweep next turn. Although Leg Sweep does shuffle a Daze next turn, but that's okay. So next turn is probably a Leg Sweep all out attack, or Leg Sweep bite. I guess we're at full health, so probably Leg Sweep all out attack. Turn after that's probably getting a strength, but only 1 defend. It's kind of awkward, but there's not really anything we can do about it. Well, we could not play, if we don't play the Dagger Spray, then we leave Leg Sweep in that turn, but then we have no defenses for this turn, so we just don't have very many defensive cards. There's not really much we can do about it. A bunch of late bites is kind of nice. Yeah, let's count damage. 101 means that if we... the max damage this turn is Dagger Throw, Neutralize, Dagger Spray, Riddle with Holes, so that we get an extra strength with Riddle with Holes. So we do 12, 19, plus 14 is 33, plus 20 from this is 63, plus an extra 4 times 5, so it's 83 damage on turn 1. Yeah, it seems like we are going to get lethal pretty soon. 83 plus, we're going to have 1 strength for these. Hey Napo D, how's it going? Oh, D is probably a country code, huh? This is just Napo. And you're from Germany. Auf Wiedersehen. I think I like doing 83 damage this turn when we're not getting attacked. And I'm a little bit sick of Frozen Eye. Okay. We're doing 23 damage this turn. Let's see. If we Leg Sweep, we get lethal next turn for sure. We get to see where the dazes are, too. So every time we play a defend, we have to go back and check. Okay. Alright, probably spent more time thinking about that fight than was strictly necessary. Tactician's kind of fun. Outmaneuver interacts with Frozen Eye. But I think this is a skip. I don't remember what path I said I wanted to do. We're feeling super strong. It looks like I probably wanted this elite. I think the backup path was this way. If I do this way, I'm not locked into 3 elites. I am forced into at least a second one, though. Oh wait, this is a 4 elite path. Holy shit. Alright. Can we survive 4 elites? So we do this one, then heal. Do that one, heal, and we have to do 2 in a row. 4 Elite Act 2 paths are so scary, but we're so strong. It's like 100% the thing I say that like kills the run, though. Also, 4 Elites gives us Kunai most frequently. Single target is actually not great at Act 2 Elites. Most of the Act 2 Elites are AoE fights. AKA 2/3 of them, Slavers and Gremlin Knob, have AoE components. But if you have good single target damage, then you can like kill the Red Slaver on turn 1, or like kill both the Gremlins on turn 1, which gives you a way better chance of winning the fight. Okay, alright, let's try it. Alright, Slavers. Okay, we get these cards now. Pretty easy to leg sweep and still get a strength proc. And then we get these cards. So we all out attack is nice, and we will have a strength for it. So it'll do 15 AoE. Probably not killing Red Slaver this turn. Our max damage, if we did all attacks, is 38. So we could do 44 damage to him. Almost kills him. But no, so we might as well leave him at 15 for next turn, when we have all out attack. So if we want to leave him at 15, we can bite, neutralize, right? Bite, neutralize does 27, so he would end up at 21. So then I guess we poison pot him, and he takes 6 and then 15. And then we leg sweep this one. Is Dagger Spray coming? It is. I missed that. So next turn is probably... We have like no block for next turn, but maybe we don't need it. We can also get 3 damage out of the Liquid Bronze if we want to. So assuming we get 1 strength this turn and we play both of these next turn, then this is doing 10 and that's doing 15. So we're doing 25 AoE. So we need to do 23 damage this turn, which bite, neutralize does, so we don't need the poison pot. And we could start thinking about Blue Slaver. So if we bite, neutralize back guy and leg sweep front guy, and then we poison pot him, he takes 6 and then 9 if we liquid bronze, and then 5. So so that's 14 if we liquid bronze, and then he takes 25 from these. 25 plus 14 is 39. So he'd have 13 health left, which is out of range of... actually, if we dagger through a bite, we would kill him next turn. And I think we don't even need the liquid bronze. If we just like slam attacks next turn. We do take some damage from Taskmaster most likely next turn. But by that point, he's only going to be doing like 8 damage or something. And we can bite back to full. Okay, let's run the numbers one more time. So we're definitely bite, neutralizing on back slaver. And then we're definitely leg sweeping on front slaver. But we might need to spend a potion this turn. Currently taking, what, 2 damage? That's fine. Okay, so the next turn is all out attack dagger spray. I guess all out attack is actually going to have an extra strength on it. Probably. So we're going to like dagger spray, dagger throw, bite, then all out attack. Okay, so if we dagger spray, that's going to do 10. And then dagger throw is going to do 10, so that's 20. And then this is going to do 8, so that's 28 plus 16. 28 plus 16 is 44. So if he takes 11 from poison, then that's 55, and that's enough. So we don't need the liquid bronze to kill him. I could have leg sweep Taskmaster, that's fair. Would have taken, I think, 1 extra damage this turn, maybe. Hey, look, I've predicted the 8. I think that's random, but... oh, we're weak. Everything changes. Okay. Man, how did I not see that weak coming? Okay, so can we still kill Backslaver? We do dagger throw. We might actually have to depend on all-out attack hitting footwork to kill him. Because we want the extra strength for dagger spray. Dagger throw, bite, dagger spray, all-out attack does 7 plus 6 is 13 plus another 6 is 19. So no, we don't need to hit the RNG to get it. So we're getting, let's see, how much damage does this do by default? It does 14, so it's, if we get it up to 15, it doesn't cross the threshold. So we're safe putting the strength in that. The same goes for dagger spray, but we have to do all-out attack last for safety. So we're doing, that's doing 12, and this is doing 6 to all. So he's taking 18 from those. So we only need to do 3 more. So we'll just bite him, and that kills him. And then I guess we'll dagger throw the front guy. I think it's a defend up next. There's not really any implications. We're trading a defend this turn for a defend next turn. Alright, so bite you, dagger throw you. Dagger spray, all attack. Okay. Definitely taking some damage here. We got some bites. Okay. Probably want to dagger throw here. We can't get the riddle with holes. We can definitely kill him with unload. So we probably want to think about healing. So maybe this turn is unload, bite, block out. Or maybe it's, yeah, I guess unload is the only way to kill this slaver super efficiently. Otherwise we're using both dagger spray and bite. Okay. That seems fine. I would like to get a shuffle next turn, but it's not a priority. How's it going, Micah Soda? Thanks for the follow. Trying to get some health back here. And then we probably have lethal. Yeah, we definitely have lethal. We could take 5 intentionally to try and draw more bites, but that seems sort of dubious. Tiny chests. All that for a tiny chest. I don't think we get any value out of any of these, particularly. I don't have anything to burst. Except for leg sweep. Leg sweep burst is pretty nice. Choke seems kind of fun, but then it's really expensive, and no. And then Sneaky Strike. We don't have reliable enough discards. Unload doesn't work on it, so skip. We could remove a bite, we could remove a defend, or we could just rest. If we rest, we get sort of perfect efficiency. It seems like we need that sort of thing to win this path. There are more fires, but I think we're going to rest here, just in case. It's possible that we could have just healed up to full at this hallway fight, but we don't know that going into it. Also, this hallway fight's kind of a bitch. Okay, so the only way to block out is leg sweep. Otherwise we're taking too much damage, and leg sweep prevents us from getting a strength prac this turn. We might as well dagger throw to get the Ascender's Bane out of the way. And then we're going to have to riddle with holes with no strength. We do get to heal up, though. Yeah, they could easily promote this fight to be an elite fight. It's basically just as hard. I guess we could Flying Knee instead. Flying Knee gives us we get to play all these next turn. And then we get a Strength proc. Whereas if we don't, then we don't get Strength most likely because we have to block. Hey, thanks for the host, Flycombs. Appreciate it. How was your stream? So let's see, we're doing 2 attacks. Most damage is Unload Bite. Seems pretty reasonable. Bite heals me to full. But if we Flying Knee, we have more. Adds some Spore minions in its elite. Oh yeah, for sure. And thanks for the follow, Flycombs. It's getting them all in short order here. Might as well follow if you're gonna host. Makes sense. I want to get that dagger throw in, so that we're exhausting Ascender's Bane, and we can like double defend, slice all out attack next turn. Yeah, I think dagger throw is more important than Flying Knee. If we do both, we can. We have 4 energy for next turn. I guess he can't use his triple attack twice in a row, huh? So maybe we're getting debuff next turn. Maybe we only need 1 defend. Riddle with Holes is kind of lousy in the fight, though. Especially since we can't do it last, because we need to do it before all out attack. This is a Frozen Eye run, and I try to explain everything, so this is like just analysis paralysis central. This is like, hey everyone, come watch me just like be confused. Which is what's currently happening. Okay, so max damage is Unload and Dagger Throw. If we do max damage, we do 29 damage minus 3, so 26 health lost. So he goes down to 52. Seems like it's going to take a while to kill him, so we can't like see that happening next turn. I guess I'll look at that handy dandy spreadsheet that somebody linked. Okay, here we go. He is Snake Plant. It's not super clear to me what his if it tells you his pattern. Oh, it does. Okay, it's in the AI. That makes sense. I see how it works. Okay, so we're getting chomped, and then he's either doing enfeebling spores or chomp again. So he's probably doing chomp again. Okay. So it would be nice to have 2 defense next turn, so we're going to Dagger Throw. And we're definitely not using 2 bites, so we can do that safely. If we unload, we don't exhaust the Ascender's Bane. Doesn't really matter. So next turn is probably defend, slice, all out attack. So I guess I'll just bite here to get some health back, because this is going to be kind of a long fight. I would like to be at full health. Alright, it is a multi-attack. So I should have Liquid Bronze this fight. I think I still will. So like defend, slice all out is... Actually, Riddle with Holes does more damage, huh? Oh no, he's got 30 block. Okay, so now we're trying to heal back. We can dagger throw and get a shuffle next turn, but then we lose survivor for next turn. The debuff is too frail, too weak. Sorry, just catching up on chat. But it seems like Hoff and Redbeard and McGee have gotcha. Thanks, guys. We can do 9 plus 14 is 23 damage. Set him up to die next turn. That also gets 3 bites in. So we get to heal for 6, which puts us near full, not too full. Does it set him up to die next turn? We're only doing 5 with this, so he's going to be at 12. Yeah, we still kill him. Okay. I guess I'll develop footwork, since why not? Yeah, it's a little closer than I would like, but it is definitely lethal. Okay. We also have Unload coming in to save the day. Kapow. We got our liquid bronze back, that's nice. Extra slice. We have definitely needed some of that kind of effect. I kind of wish it was a... does Silent have a 0-cost block card, other than the one that depends on your next card being a skill? Deflect, yes, thank you. Yes, this deck is terrible at blocking, which is why I'm sort of afraid of taking Slice. We could take another dagger throw. It seems a little bit much. Third dagger throw. So I think I'll just skip here. We do have some energy problems. Outmaneuver could theoretically resolve those. But I don't think they're severe enough to warrant an outmaneuver. Ooh, Darkstone Periapt. We do have pretty low max health. Even if we proc it like once, going up to 52 would be nice. But I'm pretty sure this is a Sapphire Key pick. I'm not going to find much that's worse than that. Alright, are we doing it? We feel pretty strong. We've got Liquid Bronze for Book of Stabbing. We've also got a lot of sources of weak. We've got Bites to heal. We get to rest after this fight. 3 elites in a row is still rough, but let's try it out. Alright, this is the dream fight for Liquid Bronze. Unfortunately, we don't get to proc a Shuriken this turn. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's make sure we defend before we unload. But I think we are going to unload instead of leg sweep. Neutralize is really nice. I guess I should be looking at what's happening next, but I haven't actually found any reason to need to do that. We're definitely proccing armor this turn. Yeah, there's just a clear play this turn. There's no reason to look in the future. Okay. Alright, now we need to know if we should dagger throw. It just gets us a flying knee, and we're kind of lousy with attacks already. Maybe we should just triple bite all out attack. Triple bite all out attack heals us for a bunch and does more damage than dagger throw. If we have this hand next turn, we're probably like survivor triple attacking. But then we would dagger throw and draw this bite. I would rather that dagger throw shuffles. That would be nice. So I guess I should dagger throw this turn if I want that to happen. And then I can dagger throw, discard a bite, play the flying knee. That's sacrificing a lot of healing. Because instead of 3 bites, I'm playing probably 1 bite. But we were about to go to a campsite. And having extra energy next turn seems pretty important. We also get a little bit extra damage. Okay. We could double bite here instead of all attack. This fight's definitely a race. Let's see. So next turn we're doing at least these attacks. So this is going to do 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 12 is 32. So it's probably not going to be lethal no matter what we do. If we do 16, he is at 44. So if the dagger throw draws a slice, oh, if the dagger throw draws riddle with holes, I think we get lethal. But I think we do it either way. If next turn is dagger throw riddle with holes, that's 11 damage plus 30 damage, so it's 44 damage. Oh wait, no, it's 41 damage. So it's actually not even lethal, even if we all attack right now. Oh wait, yeah, it is, because we have 4 energy, so we get an extra attack. So that's lethal no matter what we do. That's true, thorns. So he's taking 3 damage from thorns. The marginal difference between these is either he's at 9 minus 3, or 9 plus 3 is 12, so he'd go to 48, or he'd go to 42. Wait, the difference has to be 7. Oh right, because 3 thorns, so he'd go to 41. And then the built-in damage is 11 plus 9 is 21, plus 12 is 33. So we'd have to, this has to find 8 damage, which is any attack, basically. Okay, so I would like to heal, but having him dead to any attack seems like a worthy reason to all-out attack here instead. But we don't know until we dagger throw. Alright, we did find an attack. Just to make sure, yeah, that is lethal. And it's a bite, so we got our bite back. Ooh, Duvudal. We have a lot of strength scaling. We don't have any curses. Should have taken that calling bell. Yeah, there's the one that requires a skill. It would be nice to be able to block, but... that's right. Yeah, I mean, we do get 1 strength, for sure. Yeah, that's the nice thing about being on Ascension 15 plus, or I guess, what is it? I guess 10 plus, is Duvudal is at least as good as Vajra. But below that, Duvudal feels kind of bad, because it's like, oh, nothing happens unless I literally take a curse. Dagger Spray's been a hero, but we just, like, don't need more damage. We need block, and none of these block. Except for Expertise, kinda. Expertise and lots of, like, zero-cost attacks is really fun. We only have 2 zero-cost attacks. We could, like... No, you can't discard your hand with Unload and then play Expertise because of, obviously. Okay. Alright. I think we're resting here again. We're definitely not fighting 2 elites with 26 health. Unless we have to. Slavers again. I love Duvudal and like a highly cursed deck. It is a little bit hard to make that work, but against the heart you need some way to mitigate low quality decks anyway, because he's going to shuffle like wounds and statuses in. So if you've already got ways of dealing with curses, then great, maybe they work. Okay, so they are attacking for 34. Yeah, 34, and I'm blocking for 10. Maybe I can kill Red Slaver. All this information is probably important for reasons that I don't understand yet. We have a dagger throw. So we get to control if we get this defend or not, or if we get it next turn. Gets us an extra bite next turn. Seems nice. We can get an extra strength before we riddle with holes, which means riddle with holes would do 45 damage, which is a ton. So if we're doing 45 damage with riddle with holes, then we can kill Red Slaver with just neutralize. Although that does waste the neutralize block. So I think since it's only 1 damage extra waste, I'll just do slice instead and neutralize on Blue Slaver. And then we're either doing flying knee or dagger throw. I think probably not both, because we want to defend at least one. So this turn we are neutralizing on Blue Slaver and slicing Red Slaver. Let's just go ahead and do those two things, because those are definitely happening. And then Riddle with Holes actually already kills Red Slaver, so we don't really need the extra strength. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I guess I have the, I've already procced Shuriken, so I could just try and block out this turn. That's an alternate option. That's interesting. Yeah, no weak this time, that I totally failed to plan around last time. That's right, he shuffles wounds. It's Red Slaver that weakens you. Okay, so do we draw a defend? Or do we pump up for next turn? If we have 5 energy next turn, what do we do? Well, we play all these cards, because those are the cards we drew. We still don't get a strength, unless we dagger throw right now. Okay, so I think I dagger throw now, so that I can get a strength next turn. That leaves me with only 1 defend next turn. Maybe that's not right. Maybe the right thing to do here is just to block out. That seems wrong. We're only blocking for 1 with the second one. Yeah, let's think about turn 3. So all out attack, I think we should plan on killing Blue Slaver with all out attack. Okay, so if we're either doing 13 or 14 damage to him. Let's assume 14, just for fun, so he's at 30. We are not killing him next turn from 30. Why not? We're gonna have 2 strength, so these do 9 each, so 18 plus 12, so that does kill him for next turn. Well, that seems like a slam dunk. We should just do that then. Yeah, get a strength, kill Blue Slaver. I'm done thinking about this. Okay. Oh my god. I have to defend. I had a plan. I thought I'd already done it. I did not do it. Okay. Alright. Now we have to remember all the other stuff, but I think I do. Slice, neutralize. This is already lethal. We dagger throw you. And we have to actually play the defend out of our hand. Wow. The technology is real. Okay. So the plan is we Blue Slaver, double bite, dagger spray to kill him. 18 plus 12 seems right. And then we block out and take 3. Seems fine. Okay, and then we try and bite this guy to death. Double bite leg sweep seems right. If we do that, it's he is at 31, and we can kill him next turn if we need to. So I guess we'll see what he does next turn. Yeah, ideally we should heal up to full here, but it looks like we can take another turn. Let's dagger throw, and then we get to see what's in the shuffle. So next turn there's a long time till the next bite. I don't think we're gonna last 3 turns of taking 0 damage. So I think we don't care. So we'll get the 1 bite and kill him. It's 1 health, so whatever. Quick Slash is kind of interesting. Gives me some deck control. Gets an extra way to get Shuriken procs. Yeah, Maw Bank, excellent, top quality relic here. We're going to a shop next floor as well. I'd like to point that out. Thanks, Maw Bank. Yeah, totally useless tiny chest and Maw Bank. Like, wow. We got better rewards literally from this section of the run where we did a bunch of question marks. We got a mutagen strength from that. That was really important. And then we got a bunch of useless crap. I mean, the Duvu doll's good. Yeah, I think we're skipping Quick Slash. We already have too many attacks and not enough ways to block. Cloak and Dagger's interesting. If it was Cloak and Dagger Plus, I think I'd take it. But as it is, we can't upgrade, so no. So we skip. Alright, get that sweet, sweet 12 gold from the Maw Bank. Wow, maybe we don't buy anything here. There's nothing crazy. We could buy Malaise. The next fight could be, it's Collector. Malaise is OP against Collector. That's true. We have 4 energy. Yeah, the next fight can be Book of Stabbing again, too. Malaise doesn't have any, like, special interaction with Frozen Eye, but I feel like planning your turns around the big X cost thing is pretty good. I mean, Malaise is kind of just good against all bosses. Yes, we could get Omamori and really complete the Duvu Omamori dream. Omamori is actually not bad here. We could take Omamori and then go to Act 3 and get the Mind Bloom, where you get a million money. Yeah, Ink Bottle's sort of the default pick here, and we have enough money for it. We also get to manipulate our Frozen Eye more. We have some pretty cheap stuff. We have some zero-cost stuff. I keep saying that, but I really have 1 zero-cost card. We have Flying Knee. But Flying Knee is kind of an argument for Malaise, too. We can have a 5 energy turn. We can plan a 5 energy turn and then Malaise for 5. We're not particularly afraid of either Collector or Book of Stabbing. Malaise is also quite good against Gremlin Leader. He does do a triple attack. We also really need ways to block, and the only option here is Malaise. None of these other cards block. So we can Malaise card remove. Card remove seems a little bit silly because we have Toke and Fusion Hammer, but nonetheless, needs to happen at some point. Yeah, okay. We could buy 2 potions instead. Energy potion's pretty good with Malaise. Weak potion kind of blocks. Yeah, I'm not super enthusiastic about the card remove, so maybe these 2 potions are pretty good. Fire potion also can kind of block, if that's the kind of block we're talking about. Yeah, against Book of Stabbing, though, Weak Potion is way better than Fire Potion. Same thing for Gremlin Leader. Okay. Gremlin Leader. Here he is. Can we kill both Fat Gremlins? This kills 1, 2 of these kill another one. Or Slice Bite. So like Slice Bite, Unload, Defend. Kills both fatties, almost blocks out. Seems pretty reasonable. Gets a Shuriken proc. Get back to that precious full life temporarily. That is true, we can double defend, or we could bite again. Yeah, I think I like bite more than I like double defend. Oh, I guess I should have gotten the extra strength on bite. We missed 1 damage there. Oh well, that's okay. I guess I should have looked at what this turn was. Not like it really matters, but we can't get a strength, so I think we just go for big ol' malaise. We're getting a strength next turn, most likely. We could energy pot malaise. That is why we bought it. We're off to a pretty good start, so maybe we try and save the energy potion. You think footwork? We are likely playing just the 1 defend next turn, so that we can triple attack. And the turn after that, we likely only have survivor. Actually, I guess we can dagger throw and get defend survivor. So if we footwork, we malaise for 3, or we for 5 if we want. Yeah, I think I like footwork malaise for 5. Ooh, we got the high health minions. No free kills there. But we can... Let's see, so 12 to both. 12 plus 9 is 21 exactly, and we can weaken the Gremlin Wizard. We don't need the defend, we need the strength. I don't think we want to skip a bite on Gremlin Wizard either, even though it doesn't kill him. Alright, can we get 14 damage on anything? No, we're gonna have to use 2 attacks. Dagger throw cycles past a defend. Seems like we would like to keep the defend. I guess we could double dagger throw and then riddle with holes on the big guy. We're at full health, so we don't really need to bite. Double dagger throw is not super efficient, but there's really no way to be super efficient. Yeah, okay. Might as well make hay while the sun's shining, right? Oh, actually, there was a really important implication that I did not discuss there. Riddle with Holes was the last card in the deck, so it almost missed a shuffle. And that would have been really bad. So I'm really glad I did that, for a reason that I did not talk about. Hey look, Dagger Spray gets a double kill for free. I guess we're all attacking too, so it doesn't really matter, but it makes me feel good that Dagger Spray gets the kill. Hopefully this hits defend. No. It looks like we're healing on this fight. Just completely dunking on Gremlin Leader here. We did spend an energy potion, but... Wraith Form can block. I mean, if you're having trouble blocking and you're a silent deck, it's kind of where you end up. Okay. Oh, we probably want to upgrade that immediately. Oh, we can't do that. Ah, man, I forgot. It's still good at 2, because you're never going to find an upgraded Wraith Form, but I wish I could upgrade it. Maybe this is Recall. Toka's not super important, and at some point we have to recall, and might as well do it now while we're at full health. Okay. Turn 1 Wraith Form. Well, we don't get any strength this turn, which is really unfortunate. Also, dagger form kind of whiffs before the torch heads are out. Pretty bad start. Well, we can get 3 attacks this turn, but I would prefer to get some block, but there's none available. 3 bites is the best I can do. Oh, you can't see intense. Let me... it's really just like this fight specifically, where he's like super high up. Why don't I put it over here? There's something that happens over here. It's like defect orbs or something. I could just totally cover up energy. Do you guys need to see this stuff? How many cards are in the discard? I could go like right here. No, that's super awkward. Because then I'm covering up health bars. Go right here. I think that's covering normal people's attack intents. I think I'm just going to leave myself where I was and just call out exactly what he's doing. Sorry. Top left under the relic blocks defect orbs. I mean, I could just move, but... So he's attacking for 21. Okay, so we're taking 21, 28, 35 total. And we have no ability to block, and that's like most of our health. I mean, if I was going to do an overlay, I'd probably just do one of the ones where it's like a big square in the middle, and you just put the game in the square, and then I'm outside the square. Yeah, alright, fine, I'll do right below relics, that's fine. It's at the very least better for this fight. So we're definitely weak potting, because otherwise we're taking way too much damage. I think we don't want a dagger throw. We specifically want to leave the bite for next turn when we're damaged. And we want to develop footwork, so let's do that. And then I guess we'll just pick a torch head at random. They have the same health, so it doesn't matter. Alright. We could just malaise here? Yeah. No, I think we need to like all-out attack at the very least. I think we probably want to all-out attack, leg sweep, double bite, get a strength, keep the weak going, kill a torch head. Do we kill both torch heads? 26 plus 18? No. Close though. Wait, is it? No, it's 34. It's not 43. Yeah, we can't do anything to manipulate the draw order particularly right now, so I'm not going to worry about it yet, but you are right that the huge debuff is coming and it is going to hurt. Alright, we can kill him with a... I guess we have to spend Slice and Neutralize. That's kind of gross. And then Riddle with Holes on the big guy. I'm going to go ahead and just throw the Poison Potion at him. The fight is going very poorly. So let's just get some extra damage. We get to shuffle before stuff happens. Okay, 23 damage. We can still block for 5, weirdly. Why do we have 2 decks? Oh, because footwork. So if we double block and bite, we survive at 1. So I guess we're doing that. We could also dagger throw. Just gets us another dagger throw. Gets us another bite next turn as well. Seems important. Oof. I guess we'll do 3 attacks and then Dagger Spray. And a little bit extra damage. This seems bad. If we double bite all out attack survivor, can we kill one and survive the other? No. So survivor does not survive one. Oh wait, yeah it does, because bites gain health. Okay, so bite is 18 plus 14 is 32, so it doesn't kill a torch head. So we're dead. I guess we could leg sweep survivor to weaken 1 and block for 16. And then bite and survive. Actually, we don't have to bite to survive, so we don't probably all attack. I guess so. I like surviving. Wraith form seems good. I think we Wraith form and then also die. Oh no, we Wraith form and bite and survive. Neat. You can't catch me, I'm a ghost vampire. I think we want Malaise out of the shuffle. We are clearly losing. It is a question of when. Not this turn. We get to unload to kill one. Maybe we just put all the damage into the collector and hope. Seems sensible. I mean, we don't have to hope because we can see the future. We do have no debuffs next turn, so if we get a strength, we're up to 6 strength. 6 strength Riddle with Holes is no joke. That's 50 damage. Riddle with Holes double bite. So these will do 12. So 24, 74. We're not far off. 74 plus plus 23 plus 29, so 29 plus 74. So that's 104. That's fair. Yeah, we might have misplayed this. I do not know how to edit ascension levels in the save file. I imagine I could probably figure it out, but I don't know how to do it right now. Okay, well I think the correct solution is to focus on Collector anyway. No, we're probably just dead next turn, right? But maybe we wouldn't have been dead next turn if we had if we'd played more correctly. Buy time at 1 health to block out. I mean, I guess so actually, okay, there's a mechanic in this fight where if you kill one of the minions, he can spend his turn resummoning. And maybe if he spends his turn resummoning, we win. And then the damage on the front one won't be wasted. Okay. So let's Flying Knee neutralize on you, and then unload on you. We can actually block out. He is, he's buffing, so I guess he's not resummoning right now, but he could buff and then resummon. We can survive or double bite, and survive, right? And then riddle with holes. Yeah. So this leaves us back at 1, but that's okay. And we're gonna have lethal next turn. We're gonna get him. So we want a dagger throw with extra strength. We have 14, 28, 28 plus 16 is 44. 56 plus, or 57 plus 12 times 2. 57 plus 24 is 81. So we have lethal. Great. I did not think we were winning this fight. I was quite sure this was a loss. But it is a win. Okay. Well, that's cool. Glass Knife does strength scaling. We do strength scaling. But I've passed on several dagger sprays, so if we wanted to pick a Glass Knife, we probably should have picked a dagger spray. I mean, I agree with the sentiment that Glass Knife is huge front-loaded damage, but it's huge front-loaded damage for, like, Act 1 and, like, Act 2. It's not enough to kill, like, a Darkling, for example. If you want to actually win fights with front-loaded damage in Act 3, you need to be doing, like, 50 front-loaded damage, and that's not quite what we're doing. If we do get it on turn 1, we have mutagenic strength, so it ends up being 22 damage, which is quite a bit. The upgrade would be 30 damage on turn 1, but I think we're skipping here. Phantasmal Kill is kind of cute with Frozen Eye, but no. If we do as many elites in Act 3 as we did in Act 2, A, I will have a heart attack, and B, Slavery Scholar would be really good. Runic Pyramid seems pretty good with Wraith Form. Yeah, deck manipulation plus pyramid is pretty good. It does kind of non-combo with unload, which I think somebody probably called out like as soon as I picked unload, but that also kind of works. Like you need something like unload to get like wounds out of your deck sometimes, or out of your hand. Yeah, pyramid is great, but if you're making like a tier list of relics, then of boss relics, then you're gonna make some mistakes about the game, because like pyramid is great and it's probably the pick here, but there's a lot of times when pyramid is terrible, especially if it's up against an energy relic. A lot of times if you don't pick an energy relic in Act 1 and you pick pyramid instead, you end up with a handful of cards you can't play, and then you die in Act 2. So I agree with you that pyramid is the best pick here, but even organizing the boss relics into tiers is, I think, sort of misguided. Slavery Scholar is really good too. I don't really need the 5th energy though. And I really need to hold onto this Wraith form until the exact right moment, so I think it's got to be Pyramid. Hopefully find another Wraith form. I would welcome that. Okay, we have to fight Fire Elite still, somehow. I usually like get the Fire, the green key early. Sometimes you get the blue one from a terrible relic, but in this case I have both of the non-fire ones. Really. So we're forced to go right, which means we're forced to fight this elite as well, which means Slavery Scholar would have been good. We don't really want to go to a shop, but we kind of have to if we want to get these fires. So I guess we go this way so that we're not forced into taking 2 shops. Not a lot of interesting pathing decisions to make here. Yeah, pretty much immediately we're like, this is way more cards than we can play. So we're in a bit of trouble. We can actually get a strength and then riddle with holes on turn 1, which is pretty nuts. So I think let's do that. I guess we're going to dagger throw, so we should look at what the deck holds. It's a bite. Fires are not good without upgrade, but we have Peace Pipe, so we have something else to do there. Fires are good. Sure. Dagger Throw feels a little bit less impactful now that we have Runic Pyramid, because it's like, sure, we need to pay attention to what we're drawing, but if we draw something and then we don't want it, we just keep it anyway, so it's not a big deal anymore. So this is our hand for next turn, or I guess part of this is our hand for next turn. We have Leg Sweep, so we're not like super afraid of anything. It would be nice to get 5 energy though, so that we can use the Leg Sweep and still get a strength. Unload is going to discard Wraith Form if we do that, but that's just kind of the price you pay, I think. Are there wounds and burns in this fight? There are burns in this fight, but yeah, we're doing a ton of damage right now, so not too worried about like if I'm gonna be able to shuffle Wraith Form. Mostly worried about, can I bite for health? So the next bite is 7 cards away. And I have, let's see, 8 cards in hand. So it's going to take 2 turns, and I'm going to have to play 5 cards total over those 2 turns to draw it. The scaling is fast, but I have Intangible, so I can stretch out the fight for at least these 2 turns if I want to. Also, Leg Sweep blocks this turn. So we can, like, Leg Sweep, bite Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw gets me a little closer. Actually, we need to Leg Sweep and defend. He's already weak, so the weak doesn't do anything. Or, it kind of doesn't do anything. It does stuff for that next turn. But then next turn I'm probably Wraith Forming anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it blocks for a lot. Bite Dagger Throw is lethal, but we don't... oh, right. So we can't Dagger Throw. Good point. Okay. So we're going to Leg Sweep and Survivor. Get rid of Unload. And then Bite. And we need to play a certain number of cards, so Defend will be one of those cards. Okay, so now we can Wraith Form Defend, which blocks the burn and the attack. And then we get to draw 2 bites. Will there be 3 card slots in our hand? Yes, there will. Okay, great. And then we kill them with 2 bites. Ooh, Distilled Chaos again. Excellent. Now that we have Runic Pyramid, I do think I want Outmaneuver. It is going to be tricky to, even with 4 energy, to spend my whole hand. Let's see, is that true? What is the average cost of these cards? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, let's say 24, 27, so 27 total cost for 25 cards. So if we're drawing 5 cards a turn, we need to approximately spend 5 energy a turn, and we only have 4 energy. So I think Outmaneuver is fine. Obviously, Upgraded is much better, but I don't know. I feel like Outmaneuver is going to get stuck in my hand while I'm trying to proc Shuriken. Yeah, I mean, Malaise will take as much energy as you can give it, right? I costed it at 3, but who knows. And, like, it's not really precise either, right? Because, like, Flying Knee kind of costs 0, but I counted it as 1, and, like, Dagger Throw discards something, and maybe that thing costs 2. Footwork isn't really in the deck, it's only in the deck through the first shuffle. Although, honestly, like, name a fight where we've had a shuffle. Pretty much every fight we're solving in the first shuffle. I think I will take out Maneuver. It's probably wrong, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, we have a lot of AoE this turn, and we're already blocked out. So I think we just slice Dagger Spray all out attack, and hope that it doesn't discard Survivor. Let's go ahead and attack the one with the highest health, who is armoring himself. We want to kind of kill them all at the same time. Actually, that's not quite true. We want to be able to kill one of them on demand. So if we're doing 16 plus 18, that is 34. Plus 9 makes it 43. So we could put him down to 8. Or, yeah, 8. And then we have Wraithform coming up next turn. And Riddle with Holes. So Riddle with Holes is going to do 25 damage to somebody, which will be enough to kill them. Yeah, we should expect a full heal here. Although that's only 2 bites, so we're pretty close to full heal already. I usually front load a Darkling that's buffing as well, but in this instance, I think I want to front load this Darkling because we can get him the lowest, so we can kill him in an emergency. We lost Survivor. That's too bad. Alright. Riddle with Holes can knock down this one. That's pretty efficient. We can Footwork Triple Defend, which blocks for 21. And then we take a ton of damage. So maybe that's not a good idea. We can Riddle with Holes this one and then Double Defend. Block for 10, take 13. It's kind of yikes. What about Chaos Potion? Get an extra bite and an extra dagger throw. I kind of want to save the Chaos Potion though. We should be able to take control of the fight eventually, even if we take some damage. So let's try and move that direction. Hey Mayona, how's it going? Take 8 here. We're also blocking up our hand a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and knock down this guy so that we prevent him from buffing. And actually, let's knock down this guy and leave him alone, because he's already pretty low. What are we dagger throwing? We'll get a Malaise if we want to. I think we probably don't want Malaise in this fight. I think we just want to, like, get rid of a defend or something. Then we can develop Footwork. Or we could get rid of Malaise, or both. Yeah, I think I want to draw 5 cards, so I will get rid of Malaise. Alright, so we probably need to knock him down and neutralize the other one. We can knock him down with just 2 bites, so that's nice. And then we can double defend to block out. No more, one more bite in the deck. I'm pretty okay finishing at 44. I don't mind that. But I guess I'll defend. I haven't ever thought about Sundial, so now we're getting extra energy from that. That's nice. We probably want to bite him before he heals, or before he buffs himself. We could also kill him if the damage is a problem. We could probably just double block the damage. We can get another bite with Dagger Throw. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of Slice. We don't need to do more damage. Oh wait, yeah we do. We're almost... It's almost time to win. It is, in fact, time to win. Great. Nope, I think we're skipping all these. Falling. Pretty happy to lose a defend or a bite. I think I'll take a defend. Redbeardy McGee's been whispering to me all game that I should start toking these bites, but I haven't ever done it. You think bite? I don't know. Bites heal for 2, right? Like, it's not like their defense have a monopoly on blocking. I think I'm gonna lose a defend. We have to go right here, so do that. Ooh, Tesseract. I'm not super wild about losing 10 HP. Here's an event that takes HP that does not depend on your max HP. Sensory Stone does not care. What can we get that's really good? We can get the Artifact card. A lot of these cost 0. Some of them block. So I think we're going all in here. Trip is nice. We're very unlikely to proc Impatience. Apparently someone is like drilling in the utility cabinet next to my house, so I don't know if you guys can even hear that, but if you can, that's what it is. Or I don't know what it is either. There's Panacea. So Panacea gets rid of the Wraith Form debuff. I'm not super convinced that we can actually win a fight after we Wraith Form and it wears off. But maybe. Panache is kind of cool. I think Panache is a trap. We don't have any debuffs, except for Malaise, I guess, and Leg Sweep and Neutralize. So Sadistic Nature is probably out. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Panache, though, like, it's just, by the time you get Panache online, it's Act 3, and if you do 10 damage AoE per turn, you're like, wow, you know? This really saved my life. It just doesn't seem like it's impactful enough. Violence versus Swift Strike is weird. I don't think we can afford Violence with the Pyramid. That is a great question. My pathing is mostly controlled by... we are, actually. This will proc Tiny Chest. Which is pretty perfect. My pathing is mostly controlled by... I have to go to this Mega Elite. Yeah, I don't think we can afford Violence, and I think Swift Strike is better than Skip. I'm not sure about Trip. I think I will take Panache. I think I think Sadistic Nature is worse than Skip. I think Panacea is maybe worse than Skip. It's certainly not, like, great, even with the Wraith form interaction. So I think I'll take Panache here. And I think I will take Swift Strike. Violence is too expensive, and Swift Strike is too good to skip with Runic Pyramid. But then I think this one's a skip. You think Trip's good enough here? Yeah, I'm not that sold on Panacea. Like, if it was a deck where we had, like, a Wraith form so that we could, like, set up a combo, like, if we had Kunai, and we were trying to, like, Wraith form to protect ourselves while we set up our scaling defenses, then I'd be like, Panacea is great. But this deck is not like that. Wraith form is our, like, last line of defense before we're like, I hope we've killed you with strength by now. Because if we haven't, we lose. At this point, I'm mostly thinking about, like, I think we can deal with Act 3 elites. I think we can probably deal with Act 3 hallway fights. Although Reptomancer is going to be difficult. But, like, I don't know how we kill the heart, and I was thinking maybe Trip is, like, good enough. But I just don't know how it's happening. Yeah, I think we're skipping on this one. Trip's too bad. Ooh, almost could get Chemical Axe. I would take that. Preserved Insect would also be great. But no, we get none of these things. Because we have been bad and spent all of our money. We're gonna buy Flex Pot. And wish that we had Panacea. Flex Pot, card remove a bite, I think. It's probably a pretty reasonable thing to do. You think Noxious Fumes is good enough? I don't know about that. I mean, it's good, but it's like... We don't have any other poison. We don't have, like, catalysts or anything. And poison scales with itself, you know? I definitely don't think Fumes is good enough. Fumes is just like a non-attack that does, like, less damage than an attack. Skewer is kind of interesting, just because it says X. I guess we're not getting Chemical X, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think Flex Potion, remove a bite. It's probably the best. That bite. Not the first one, not the last one, the fourth one. This is my least favorite bite. We do waste a little bit of healing here if we rest. We do need to be at full health for this, though. But I think I'll toke and then see what this question mark is, and then rest here. It does not do a boatload of damage. It does 2 damage, and then 3 damage, and then 4 damage. Like, in this deck, like, a strike does, like, 20 damage. Against, like, in a long fight, we hope. I think we're toking here. I mean, Noxious Fumes is Noxious Fumes is a good card. I'm not against Noxious Fumes. It's just like, it would be better if I had more poison to go with it, and I'm really afraid of drawing Noxious Fumes and then not proccing Shuriken for a turn. Like, the rest of the deck is built around proccing Shuriken, so if we're not doing it, we're setting ourselves up to fail. And I don't need a side quest that makes me fail Shurikens. Maybe we remove, like, Slice. Is that crazy? Hearing myself say it out loud, I think it's probably wrong. Should probably just take out that riddle of holes. It's never doing anything in the deck. We have seen several Blade Dances. I have passed them all. If I saw Blade Dance Plus, I think I would probably pick it. Same with Cloak and Dagger Plus. We haven't seen upgraded versions, and we took Runic Fusion Hammer, so we can't upgrade them ourselves. Maybe this deck has too many Dagger Throws. Yeah, I think a Dagger Throw is worse than a Bite right now. And I think Bites are worse than Defends right now. So I think I'll lose a Dagger Throw. That's true. Stripping Artifact is something. We have to hit this question mark so that we proc this thingy. We could heal to full. Oh wait, no, that's terrible. Upgrading all cards is pretty good. We do have Bites though, so it's a little bit dangerous. It really would be nice to get all these cards upgraded though. We have so many upgrades we want. It's a trap though. We would die. We can't get through fights without taking damage. We have to be able to heal. So we fight a boss from Act 1. This probably heals us to full too. So we're always panashing first. Oh great. So with the slice, I think we can trigger panache this turn too. Oh, I guess we're one card off because panache doesn't count itself. Stupid panache. Alright, so if we footwork leg sweep, we don't block out, but we're definitely not spending the distilled chaos in this fight. No way. We take 5 damage, that's fine. We develop outmaneuver, I think. And then use these for strength next turn. Yeah, Hexaghost is so much stronger as an Act 3 elite than an Act 1 elite. It's crazy. Like, usually his opening attack does like 2 times 6 in Act 1, or like 3 times 6. But when you're encountering him in Act 3, it almost always does at least 4 times 6. Like, this is only because we're like a vampire ghost or whatever we are. Okay, so we're definitely getting 3 strength. I think we probably want to hold back on Riddle with holes. We've got to restore 11 health. So we need to spend a couple turns biting him, and we're all out of bites. Maybe we just play Flying Knee. We probably want to play 5 cards just for fun. So I guess that's like Flying Knee, Double Bite, Swift Strike, Defend. No, it seems wrong to play not a multiple of 3 attacks. So I guess it's just Flying Knee, Double Bite, Defend. I guess since we've got the extra energy, we might as well just riddle with holes. We do have to kill him before he kills us. We'll probably be fine, but... probably want to neutralize Survivor to block this turn. We want 3 attacks as well. We can't unload. Do we need Wraithform in this fight? Maybe we just don't need Wraithform in this fight. I feel kind of bad throwing it away, but we are about to shuffle, so maybe it's not a big deal. If we can get an energy next turn, we can malaise him for 5, which is hilarious. I've never malaised Hexaghost for 6, but I want to do that so badly. Just like, he just spends the whole rest of the fight being like, I want to hit you, but I can't. It's not about losing the fight, it's about ending the fight with full health. And Wraithform might help me do that. I think I'll just get rid of Unload to stop it from giving me problems. Hey, Kirokasa, or let's see, Karino Kosaka. Karino Kosaka. That's fun. I like saying that. Karino Kosaka. And then we want to proc Shuriken, so I'll go ahead and Swift Strike Dagger Spray. And I'll hold the all attack. Am I really just wasting 3 energy? Alright, fine. We'll all attack. Alright, now we gotta make sure we don't kill him before we get, what's it called off? Bites. If we malaise him, he attacks for 0, but then we take burn damage. So we defend malaise for 3. That seems fine. That's true. That was kind of silly. Should have saved malaise for, or should have saved, whatchamacallit, outmaneuver for a good turn. It's probably just 3 bites here. Alright, now we're almost back to full. So we can just kill him. I guess I'll just spend it energy biting then. So we can get it at the strength and then dagger spray. This level of optimization is probably not necessary for the remainder of this fight. Cool. Okay. Ooh, turnip is really nice. It's gonna help against the heart pretty significantly. Slice type cards did get better when we picked up Runic Pyramid. In a fairly significant way. And we only have the one slice, so I don't mind picking up another one. We do have a Swift Strike though, so we kind of have to. We procced Panache twice in that fight. Panache really got in there. 0 mana, 20 damage, way better than Noxious Fumes. Slice and Flying Knee kind of do the same thing, but Slice does it the same turn and Flying Knee does it the next turn. But doing the next turn is kind of cool because you can put extra energy into malaise. I think I'll take Slice. I think this is probably the last attack in the deck. And even then it might be ill-advised. We need another leg sweep. We're never going to find one. Okay. We could Liquid Memories to get the same leg sweep back. Maybe that's doing more for us than the Flex Spot, even though we bought the Flex Spot with money. We could also use Flex Spot, or Liquid Memories to get back like a Wraith form after Unload discards it. Or Riddle with Holes. But Flex Spot also works really well with Riddle with Holes. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Although I guess technically Liquid Memories does work better, usually. So I'll take Liquid Memories. It's more flexible. Does more than just damage. Okay, we're at full health in this fight, so we can toke again. Getting rid of God knows what. Maybe the Unload. Maybe it's making things too awkward. No, I think just to defend. I don't want to go below 4 bites particularly. I don't really want to go that low on defensive cards though either. We've only got those and a leg sweep. And Survivor. We already got rid of one of the dagger throws too. Alright, maybe it is another bite. Yeah, okay. I'll lose a bite. Alright, continuing to be forced to go right. Gremlin Horde's pretty great. I like that. We might have trouble with this one. Malaise is basically useless. We might have to Wraithform turn 1 here. Ooh. Let's see, so max block is Footwork, Survivor Double Defend, which blocks for 10 plus 14 is 24, 34, so we take 6. We'll probably heal 6 over the course of the fight. I think it's worth it to keep Wraithform as well. I think we can trigger Panache too. Oh, actually, if we trigger Panache, we block out. There you go. But in order to do so, we have to discard Wraithform. I think I would rather take 6 damage than discard Wraithform. Because Wraithform's going to block for us when he's doing like 100 damage. So, turn 1 Wraithform is pretty terrifying in any fight except for this one. In this fight, defending basically doesn't do anything. It's like way less efficient than attacking. Because attacks give you way more damage per energy than block cards generally. We're always triple attacking here. It looks like that's not enough. So maybe we're not triple attacking. We could spend both potions. We could have Liquid Memories, discard Wraithform, and then have Distilled Chaos, discard Wraithform, and then Liquid Memories, go get it, play it for 0. Seems like a lot of cards, though. The 3 attacks do 6, then 8 is 14, then 9 is 23. So we're getting hit for a lot. And then we can block for 7 and still take like 15. But if we Wraithform, we don't get to proc Shuriken. What's next turn look like? I was hoping the next turn was like really expensive so that I could outmaneuver right now, but I think this turn is just like Wraithform defend. And then next turn we can do Shuriken stuff. Alright, we're definitely Shurikening this turn. Maybe twice? Yeah, we can do twice. And the next turn is this stuff. Unload means we pretty much have an empty hand if we Shuriken twice. But we can afford to outmaneuver as well. So we can have 6 energy next turn for this stuff. And this stuff costs 7 energy, so that seems reasonable. Riddle with Holes is probably going to help us block quite a bit. We want to be playing all the bites we see. So maybe we like Riddle with Holes, Dagger Throw, Double Bite, Dagger Spray. That probably blocks out. It's harder for me to remember how much damage he is doing because it says 1. It's obviously lying, but... I think I like that plan. Why would I save the 0 cost stacks for next turn? I guess it makes sense to at least save Neutralize for next turn. Yeah, it is 10 more each round, but I don't remember how many rounds it's been. I guess I really need to be setting up next turn quite a bit. Because this turn, I'm intangible, it doesn't really matter what happens. So I'll just take the 1 Shuriken proc, and then outmaneuver defend. And then keep these. Okay, 70. Yeah, I think we can do 70 pretty easily. This is 30. Maybe we can save Neutralize for when he's doing even more damage. Weak is pretty good against him though, so maybe like sweep this turn. We do have 7 energy. Yeah, I know you can see how many turns, but that's how many turns until he dies. It doesn't like do the math for me to tell me how much he's doing this turn. Okay, ideally we finish this fight and we bite him 3 times and don't take any more damage. I think we probably want to use Unload this turn while it's not hurting us at all, and Leg Sweep while we still have some dex. So let's go ahead and Leg Sweep, and then Unload. Might as well Neutralize, because he's going to be weak for the rest of the fight now. Or actually, Neutralize costs 0, so I can save it for future Shuriken procs on turns that are where it's harder to proc it. We could... So Riddle with Holes is already blocking out, but it'll block out for more in the future if we wait. But if we play it now, it gets into the shuffle. And it's a pretty thin deck, so we'd be pretty likely to see it again. So if we bite Dagger Throw, Dagger Spray, that's 9 plus 11 is 20. So that does block out. We draw a bite and have to discard something. Probably one of the 2 bites we would still have. Okay, that seems fine. Alright, and then we save these, or we could bite for health. No, I think we need to bite potentially for strength next turn. I thought Shuriken was on 0 at the end of the turn. Were you talking about proccing Panache? We had already blocked out, so the damage doesn't mean anything. Shuriken was at 1? Oh, that's true. Shuriken was at 1 because I got a strength so that I could Dagger Spray. But we could have procced it again, that's true. Speaking of proccing Shuriken again, I think this is the... Well, we want to... Riddle with Holes is our highest amount of damage, so we want to block for as long as we can without it. And it seems like we can probably get 2 procs this turn. Although that depends on all-out attack hitting the defend, which is not super likely. So it would be Neutralize, Swift Strike, Double Bite, and then both all-out attack and Unload. That would be all 4 energy. What have we got coming up next turn? Just those. So we'll have at least 4 energy next turn. So this is going to be at least 12 plus 13 is 25, plus 11 plus is 36, plus 9 is 45, versus 70 incoming damage, I think. Oh, let's see, it'll be 65 incoming damage, because he'll go up by, or 66 incoming damage, because we're going to keep weak on him. But so it's 90 real damage this turn, and it's 100 real damage next turn. And 100 gets rounded down to 66. So this turn we need to do 90 damage if we want to take 0, or we could defend for 4. I'm so glad that I kept these defends in the deck instead of bites. So much better in this particular instance. We could Riddle with Holes and Liquid Memories it to help us block out if we need to. It only hits for 35 right now. And we need to hit for 90 this turn. Okay, so if we, assuming it all works, and we neutralize Swift Strike, All Attack, Double Bite, Unload, then we get 7 plus 9 is 16, plus 10 is 26, plus 11 is 37, plus 18 is 55, plus another 18 is 73. I think that's all of them. So 73, so we're still not blocking out this turn. So we need to at least spend one potion if we want to block all the way out. I guess let's give all-out attack a chance to hit the defend, and then if it doesn't, we'll have to liquid memories back the riddle with holes, which is probably what it would hit instead. Alright, so we got a 1 in 3 chance to hit the defend here. Cool. This almost blocks out. Oh, it does block out. Okay, great, I guess. And then we'll let next turn do the liquid memories if it needs to. Dagger Throw gets a defend, which is useless. It blocks for 3. I guess let's just play all these cards. And then I think we decide that taking 19 is too much, and we use the potion to go get rid of the falls. Or we could use the other potion to slice survivor defend. Not super useful in this situation. Okay, that was kind of a rough one. Ooh, an extra footwork plus seems really good. Hopefully those defends will actually do something eventually. All right, here's Reprimancer. Okay, we can get a strength and then dagger spray, which means these do 9 to all, which is 18. So we just have to do enough damage to these daggers to get them down to 18. Yeah, I definitely didn't play it perfectly. So it seems like we're wasting some damage if this is doing 18, because we only need to do 7 damage to him, and our lowest damage is like 9. So I guess we do like this, and then put the rest into Reprimancer. Namely, Flying Knee. Oh my god, I forgot about the draws. Let's see. So we can get another Shuriken proc, and develop Footwork and Outmaneuver, but let's see what that looks like. Next turn is not great for having 7 energy, because we just can't spend that much. So I guess I'll save the Outmaneuver and play the other 2. I could save the Bite too. I did wasting 3 energy, but it also like accumulates energy worth of cards in hand. So at the very least, I'm gonna play the Bite. And now the Neutralize gets an extra strength, so I think I'll play it too. Alright, fine. Yeah, I am a little bit worried about just like Outmaneuver getting stuck in the hand, because we are gonna get a ton of energy. You know what, we're gonna want to unload next turn. So maybe next turn is the turn we outmaneuver and then unload. Okay. Okay. So we can draw all-out attack, which is nice. Wraithform this turn does make a lot of sense. We are potentially drawing 3 cards. If we kill both daggers and dagger throw. That's confusing. They're daggers, this is a dagger. If we draw 3 cards... yeah, I was thinking about it as only being these cards, but now that I have Outmaneuver and Wraithform in hand, and there's like a big attack coming, I don't know if it was right to hold that maneuver. Yeah, because if I'm imagining being 7 energy and having the same stuff, then like we probably Wraith Form now. Whereas now maybe we hold Wraith Form. We can't like super afford to hold Wraith Form. Maybe this is the Chaos turn. We can draw the all-out attack and then have Chaos hit these 3. We don't control who gets Riddle with holes then, no. That doesn't seem great. I guess riddled with holes is the correct way to conjugate that. We're gonna do all attack, so we might as well just do it with Distilled Chaos. While we've got a large hand size so that it has the lowest chance fitting Wraith Form. Oh, we can probably manipulate it so that all out attack kills all of them. Yeah, we only have to do 10 damage to this dagger and that dagger, and then all out attack kills them, Riddle with Holes hits the Reptomancer. Okay, so I think we bite, and then dagger throw. I'm just going to keep all the options. If I all out attack, I can't Wraith Form. Oh wait, yeah, I can. So we can just draw Riddle with Holes with all out attack here. Just hope it doesn't hit Wraith Form. Okay. And then like Wraith Form outmaneuver, is that good for next turn? Yeah, outmaneuver on melees seems good. Sorry, this is like so complicated and people are like saying all these lines in chat and I just like cannot follow it because it's just, there's a lot going on. Okay, so we have too many cards in hand, so we're gonna miss some draws here. We could Survivor away one of the energy and spend 3 cards. These are also just like really low cost. So it'll be nice to get back to those. If we don't riddle with holes this turn, then it's not in the shuffle, but that's kind of fine. I think I'll save Survivor for a bigger turn. I'll just take the 1 and melees for 6. She multi-attacks really often, so I think that's fine. Alright, this is a panache turn for sure. It's like panache and footwork. This is doing 40 damage. Leg sweep doesn't block out, but it's pretty close. It does block out if we footwork. If we do that, we don't get any strength. Redbeardy is saying we have lethal. So it's 12 plus 11 is 23 plus 18 is 41 plus 40 is 81. Doesn't seem like lethal to me. Oh, I see. Well, we don't know what's coming in the shuffle, so I like blocking out for right now. And this is a pretty convenient turn for unload. We need to get rid of these defends, and they're going to do less and less over time. I guess maybe I save the unload for like when they actually don't do anything. But I want to spend my energy. I guess I just bite for the healing. I could slice to draw an extra card, too. I mean, it does 12 damage. I don't think I'm missing the strength proc too much. Our intangible is gone. We used it. So we can get 2 strength, or we can get 1 strength this turn. If we Flying Knee, we have a bunch of stuff to spend it on next turn, which seems nice. We could get a strength and riddle. Why did we lose a strength? Didn't we have 5 last turn? I remember this was doing 80, and now it's doing 30. Was she vulnerable or something? What happened? Oh, we're weak. Okay. All right. It's all the card numbers are green, so I totally didn't realize I was weakened because I have too much strength. So we definitely don't want to riddle with holes this turn. We want to wait until next turn. So let's just use this turn to build up some strength and hand size. I'll just use 1 defend. We're getting an extra energy too. I guess I can get rid of the defense whenever I need with unload, so I won't worry about the hand size problems they create. Alright, so now Dagger Spray. If I get 1 more energy, it kills this one outright, or get 1 more strength. This is back to doing 45 damage. I think we probably have lethal here. So if we do, we can get a strength and then riddle with holes to do 50. So she's at 29, 18. Yeah, definitely lethal. Okay. And we're at full health, so we can finish him. Great. Mercury Hourglass, very useful in this deck. Flying Knee is starting to feel more and more important as we're trying to set up like Malaise turns and Wraith Form and stuff. I am getting very confused about my like energy next turn and stuff. I planned my outmaneuver very poorly that fight. That is a good point. This is a choke plus, and we have Runic Pyramid. We don't really have very many debuffs, so I'm a little bit afraid of that getting caught in an artifact charge. We do have Leg Sweep and Neutralize, so it's not impossible. It also just like doesn't scale with strength, right? Assuming like best case scenario, you play Choke and like 9 other cards, it only does, you know, 45 plus the 12 plus strength once, right? Yeah. I think Choke and Flying Knee are both sort of around the level of Skip. Actually, Deflect is up there too, with 2 footworks. And Runic Pyramid, Deflect is not nothing. But I think we skip. Alright, we have to go here. It's the Maw. We should be able to outscale the Maw pretty comfortably. Panache next turn. Let's go ahead and just set up Footwork. We don't want to Wraith Form next turn. Can we spend 6 energy? We're going to have Dagger Throw and all-out attack, so it's going to be a little bit chaotic. We probably want to avoid Unload. We need to remove Unload from the deck. Unload and Wraith Form is really hurting me. But it's good against statuses, so I think it's probably worth keeping, but it hurts my brain. I think we probably want to wait 1 turn on the outmaneuver, so that we can land it on Malaise. Is that true? Maybe we need to do more with... I think we need to do better things with our energy than Malaise in this fight. He scales up really quickly, which is why he looks like a giant Jawa. So I think we need to plan on like Why don't we have a backflip in this deck? I don't think next turn is a 6 energy turn, but I think I need some hand size, so I'm going to play these defense. Okay, I'm regretting everything. Let's play Panache and neutralize to see what the damage really is. Why does he do so much damage? If we dagger throw and then distilled chaos, we get 2 attacks and a defend. So we would get a strength, and then we could like bite defend, blocking for 14. Taking 8. Right before the Mega Elite fight. And then we can outmaneuver and set up melees. Okay. If we melees, we don't need Survivor, so I think we just melees. Hey Randy B, how's it going? Randy B 123. Okay, so we need to bite to heal back up. And we need to hold Riddle with Holes until we can kill him with it, or we could shuffle it right now if we play it. I think I like shuffling it right now. So we slice, slice, bite to get a strength, Riddle with Holes to spend the strength. Oh wait, we're weak right now? I guess we're going to be weak for the rest of the fight. He's going to re-weaken us. So we get a strength, Riddle with Holes, footwork to block later. Aha, Panache. Okay. First card is Bite, so we can get a Bite with a Dagger Throw. We can block out with Leg Sweep Defend. There we go. Now the deck is blocking a little bit. We could block out with Survivor Defend. And then still get a strength with Swift Strike, Dagger Throw, Bite. Let's get rid of that Unload. It's going to be stuck here as long as we're out of Wraith form. Would we rather Flying Knee for next turn? Next turn's pretty cheap. So let's not. And I need to heal back up, so I'll get rid of the Flying Knee. I think he buffs next turn, so we probably don't play Wraith. Oh, I guess he's doing a multi-attack. He doesn't go on a strict schedule, so you can't like 100% predict him, but probably Wraith is in the next turn or two, which makes this a reasonable outmaneuver turn. We also have Riddle with Holes coming up, so I think this is definitely outmaneuver. So we outmaneuver, get a strength with a bite, and then defend. Yeah, that seems fine. And trigger Panache, obviously. Maybe we just do Dagger Spray now too. I guess Weak wears off next turn, so we can do Dagger Spray once Weak is worn off. Oh, he is not attacking. He's buffing. Okay, so can we can like shuffle both Dagger Spray and Riddle with Holes while we're not weak, and we can get an extra strength for Riddle with Holes. There's no information from... Oh, that's right. Oh no, Sundial's not... We're not getting Sundial this fight. At least not this shuffle. I see. Makes sense. We could just all attack. I guess we'll wait until all attack is lethal. And we have no information about next turn, so I'll be cautious. Okay, we definitely have lethal. Cool. A little bit dicey. We did end it with full health. I don't think we want... We've gotten a lot of choices at these slice flying knee things. I don't think we're picking any more of them. If we're going to another fire, maybe we remove another thing. No, I think we skip. Alright, Mega Elite, let's go. Oh good, it's Giant Head. That should be pretty easy. Alright, let's try to get a strength this turn. Let's go ahead and play Panache as well. And then I think if we play Panache, get a strength and defend. I guess it's only 4 cards. We could bite too. Although we'd have to all attack, potentially hitting Wraith form. I think we'll shuffle before we get back to Wraith form though. I think I'm okay with that. We want to do things in the correct order, because that's what Ficus is. I guess Slice does more damage than Bite. That's kind of weird. I guess I have the strength. I don't need to play all-out attack. It's missing 28 damage, but... Oh, I guess it's missing 38 damage because of the Panache. Alright, fine, I'll do it. We can get a strength. We can block for some. Well, Panache is pretty good if we draw and then play 5 cards a turn. Next turn is Malaise. Malaise is terrible in the fight though, so it's really almost not worth thinking about. We do get Dagger Throw and a bunch of attacks and footwork, so I think I'll probably outmaneuver anyway. And then we can do the rest of it if we need to. Maybe we just leg sweep and unload while it's only hitting a couple of cards. He's on 2 now, so he is actually attacking next turn, so I think I'm gonna not unload. Yeah, so I think we need leg sweep for next turn. I think I'll hold the bite too. It's kind of a weird turn. But we have next turn energy, so... Alright, so probably footwork, leg sweep. Let's start with those and see where we're at. Alright, we need to block for 20 more if possible, which is not possible. Yes, Sundial is proccing next turn. As long as we play at least one more card. Let's block for as much as we can. I guess we should have played Strength Pot at the very beginning of this fight. We did not do that. I'll do it now. I sort of thought this fight was a little bit easier, but we are going to get wrecked here. We don't draw a zero-cost attack. We could draw and then play Flying Knee, give us extra energy. Not 100% sure what we're spending the energy on. Play Bite to get back to full health. Temporarily. Let's get rid of the Malaise. Malaise is not useful. I'll Flying Knee on a turn when I don't have a bunch of energy coming up. Alright, Wraith Form might be coming up. So Footwork, Survivor, Defend blocks for 13 plus 10 is 23. He's already weak, so we can't weaken him further. And even if we could, we don't have any weak cards in hand. I think we take 13 and then plan on Wraith Forming next turn. And so this turn we are like Flying Knee, Dagger Spray. Maybe just Flying Knee. Because we're spending 3 energy on the defensive cards. I guess I'll get rid of the Unload. Because I'm not playing it. Well, I guess I could play it next turn. Well, I'm not getting rid of Defend, not getting rid of Wraith Form, not getting rid of Riddle with Holes. Seems like Flying Knee is good this turn because we're playing Wraith Form next turn. So it's either Dagger Spray or Unload, and Dagger Spray has double scaling. Although Unload does double damage, so... hey, Applesauce. Thanks for following. A couple people have followed, so I'll give a little introduction to me. I'm a game developer. I am making indie games that are somewhat similar to Slay the Spire, making roguelikes. So I'm streaming to help build a community so that I can eventually beg you guys to give me feedback. If you want to be involved, there's Discord. Although mostly it's just me saying when the stream's going live. But if you want that, that's there too. Choose a card to discard. Okay, so I think we're unloading Unload. Dagger Spray scales better. I guess it does. Unload does 1 more damage right now, and we're playing one of them right now. So I guess we'll play. No, we can't play Unload right now. We have to do Dagger Spray right now. Because Wraith Form. And then Defend and Flying Knee to set up for next turn. And then are we doing this? Have we played enough cards? I think no. Yeah, I think you're probably right that Unload would have hit harder, assuming I don't get a Strength this turn, which before I play it, which could happen. Alright, I think it's Wraith Form time. Because we definitely can't block for 50. I don't think we get the luxury of not waiting for Shuriken procs. We need to play... Riddle with Holes is like most of our damage. We need to play it on the perfect turn. So we're quote-unquote safe for this turn and next turn. I think ideally we play All-Out Attack and Bite, but we really don't want to hit Riddle with Holes, so maybe we just play Dagger Throw and Bite. We don't miss much damage with it. We're going to outmaneuver next turn, which is the last turn we're intangible, and then hopefully we set up a ginormous turn that ends with Riddle with Holes on a ton of slow triggers. I think that's the path. And if we draw an extra card now, then we get an extra card from the next shuffle, which is kind of weird. Probably doesn't matter a ton. We can defend to save 1 health, or bite, but if we bite, we let's see. So what is this magic turn going to be? So we're going to draw all of these cards and one more card, and then we want to play them such that we do the most damage over the next 2 turns, over the next 3 turns, including this one. So we play Bite now. It does 14 damage, but we miss out on a potential Shuriken proc with it. Next turn we're playing Outmaneuver, and then hopefully getting 1 Shuriken proc. So that could be Outmaneuver triple Bite next turn. And then the turn after that we play all these 0 cost cards, some random defends to fill out the energy, and then Riddle. Okay, so that only costs 3 plus 2 is 5. Or wait, the 3 energy is next turn. So we basically we're spending 0 energy on the big Riddle turn so far. We're doing both these slices, the Neutralize and the Swift Strike. And then like maybe Leg Sweep just to get a slow proc. So I definitely think we hold the Bite for its strength next turn. Because we're playing the Bite anyway. Yeah, so we're not skipping playing the Bite, we're just skipping playing it right now. So I will play a Defend right now, just to save 1 health. We also have to draw, ideally 5 cards next turn. Alright, so this is our last intangible turn. We need to get a Strength and play Outmaneuver. And I think that's all we can hope for, so we'll just triple Bite Outmaneuver. There's not really much going on here. We've played 5 cards, or I guess we only played 4 cards, but we've got 5 cards in hand. I guess Slice gets 29 damage here, which is quite a bit. But I think the slow proc next turn is really important. I guess we can clear Malaise out of hand. We're never playing Malaise with Riddle with Holes, so the slow proc doesn't matter. So we do get the Panache trigger there. Okay, here we go. Maybe the winning play was to hope that Riddle with Holes was that last card that we redrew. Maybe that was the only way to win. I think no. I think we were winning. But, I don't know. So we have enough energy to double defend, leg sweep, and play all these 0 cost cards, and then Riddle with Holes, right? Because it's 2, 4, 5, 6, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, so we're playing everything except for all-out attack. We could play all-out attack first, since there's a 1 in 8 chance that it hits Riddle with Holes. I've been streaming for too long today to be doing the math about this, so I'm not going to do the math. I'm going to trust my gut and not play all-out attack. But it's possible that it's not lethal without all-out attack. I don't know. And we want to play these in ascending damage order. Did get him. Yeah, it wasn't close either. We're actually surviving, though. So I guess we get him next turn. 14, 14 plus 11. Well, we have to play all-out attack now. So now we're hoping it doesn't hit Dagger Spray. We're hoping to play 4 attacks. Let's see. So if we play all attack and 2 bites, that does 21 plus 28 is 49. So that's actually over, because then we do 61 damage. So we don't need 4 of the damage. Yeah, we can't skip an attack. So we have to hit a defend with this. I guess it's 40% right now, and we can make it. Oh wait, we can make it 100%. We can just do it last. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, that was a real adventure. thanks everyone for telling me to play it last. That is correct. I did get there eventually. It took me a while. Yeah, we could get Grand Finale. We do have Runic Pyramid and like kind of a ton of hand manipulation, so I think we actually take Grand Finale here. The old floor 47 Grand Finale. I mean, there's not too much to say about it. We have to sometimes block up our hand a little bit so that it's like, oh, we only want to draw 3 cards. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, we could get 40% in this case and 66% in that case, and I was like, wait, we could just get 100%. That's great. Okay, so we take Grand Finale, I think, and then we go get our free tiny chest relic. Why is this possible? Why can you get a Toxic Egg on floor 48? There's no more card rewards. I guess you can technically Dreamcatcher yourself a skill. Seems really insulting though. We definitely need to rest. That's true. Act 4 shop is a thing. You do get a card reward from the Act 4 Elite too, although that one is sometimes equally insulting. Alright. Welcome to the fight. Deca is attacking for 24. We can't weaken him, but we can block for 11. It's probably worth it to just malaise for 1 here, just to get artifact charges off. Hi Dot Warner, how's it going? So I guess we'll block for 11 here. And then block out on malaise. Seems like kind of a weird turn. That was... That can't be right? Maybe it, like... But I couldn't get an energy that turn, or I couldn't get a strength that turn and block out. So it seemed like the best case scenario was to get rid of all the artifact charges. I can definitely get a strength this turn. We can get a strength for 0. Slice, slice, swift strike. We've got a lot of health to heal with bites too. Unfortunately, we're getting attacked for 30 and we have only 1 defend in hand. Alright, let's go ahead and get the strength for 0. We do have a pot, although saving 5 health with a potion is, like, pretty underwhelming. We do survive here if we double bite defend. We survive at a very low health total, though. We'd survive at 3. What's happening next turn? Grand Finale, very helpful. Cool, we're dead. I guess we can go get Neutralize. Let's see, we can't block Deca because we didn't remove his artifact charges. So we can't neutralize him. Alright, we have to at least do 1 bite and defend to survive. I guess I didn't think about the speed pot, but I don't think it's necessarily correct. An extra energy next turn is not very useful. There's no way to get like a random effect here either. There's no outs. Alright, well we got an extra strength. Yep, alright. We can get a strength and a dagger spray. It's a pretty good way to go out in Blaze of Glory. It would have been really difficult to trigger what's it called, Grand Finale with this particular deck size too, because we have 2 turns to draw 7 cards, and that's just pretty awkward. Yeah, you came late in the run. We got a really early Shuriken. I think it was definitely the right route for this run. We got like a floor 1 slice. Was it? No, I guess we didn't. Did we add a card and then remove it or something? It doesn't seem right. Doesn't match my internal history. Cool. Okay. Well. Oh yeah, no, shivs for sure. Yeah, are very hard to make work. I mean, you definitely can. You basically need kunai. Speaking of things that need kunai, this deck needed kunai. Cool. All right. Well, I think that is it for this stream.